Visit GetRealKeepItReal.com to find your local farm MVP.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text MAINE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text MAIN to 321-321. That's MAINE to 321-321.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Wednesday. And the fellas are ready. By the way, we got that Bill Belichick breaking news. Now the coach at UNC, for some reason, will investigate. Plus, is Jimmy Butler a Laker yet? Oh, and yesterday, we did the time of possession bit. Cappy beat us all, of course, because he talks a lot. And, he talks in circles sometimes.
Yes.
But we love Cappy. We also loved Reese from the Funny Games social media department making his debut on air. That was good. Or as I like to call him, Dexter.
Cappy is at 39 minutes, 24 seconds. Sedano is at 30 minutes, 14 seconds. And Morales, I timed him too.
Oh, you timed me,
18 minutes and 21 seconds.
There you go.
Speaking of the guys in the back, intern Jerry versus DeAndre on the court. I'm not letting this one go. Intern Jerry believes he can beat DeAndre on the basketball court. We got to make that happen, Sucker. You know what else we got to make happen? Right now for your Wednesday afternoon, the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Hey, Jerusalem Cherry. He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell. Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys, they're all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton. You are a bit killer. Because you got to talk about sperm? I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
Sedano and Cap. Wednesday afternoon in the Southland right now.
Yeah. We jumped it. Boo, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Do, ba-da-ba. Yeah. Jerry wants DeAndre.
You know what? Let me tell you something about that.
Michael Trudell is in the house, by the way.
He is. Mike Trudell, good to see you.
I thought about harmonizing, but just ended up saying
you want to try it?
No.
Bing, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba, bick-a-doom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
Bing, ba-da-bum.
There it is.
Boom,
okay, we're good.
All right, so this morning,
yeah.
Right, it's
so
like,
we've already talked about Belichick.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Right.
Talk about Jerry and DeAndre.
It's like 9 o'clock this morning.
Wait, again, George,
okay.
I didn't get a chance to finish your rant yet, the around the horn thing yet, which I was going to pull
Which
up.
was that basically this is going to be a disaster.
The same thing?
Yeah, it's just going to be, I don't think it's going to work.
Yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Okay, because now I feel so stupid for watching the South Bay Lakers take on the San Diego Clippers when last night I was sitting there watching that game thinking, I'm outsmarting all these fools. I'm watching Bronny. I'm seeing LeBron's in the house.
You still saw him.
Yeah, no. But I thought I was watching a live game last night.
Right.
What the hell, man? Like, hey, Spectrum, you guys mind doing me a favor and say something like on the screen? In fact,
it says
Trudell's
live
here.
usually when it's live.
No, it doesn't say live.
Doesn't it, Michael?
Well, I feel like Cappy's personally attacking me right
now.
now.
No attack. I'm just asking if you could help a brother out.
Well, I think that you could be counted upon to make the simple step of going to your phone and typing in to double check if something is live or not.
No, but I was in a restaurant last night down here at LA Live, and the game was on, and I'm like, ooh, aren't I cool? I mean, hey, the Lakers aren't playing until Friday, but it's Tuesday night, and I'm still watching basketball. and I didn't have any idea that I was watching a game that was on delay from I guess,
the
night before.
a couple nights ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but the knowledge that you gained was still positive.
But did you gain any knowledge because you were at a restaurant?
Yeah, no, I saw two things. I saw Bronny dunk a ball.
Right.
There you go.
And I saw Bronny lay a ball up.
Dunk on a fool.
He did. And then I saw LeBron there, and that was good.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you the insider.
Right. Exactly right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, speaking of inside basketball.
Yeah, Jerry wants to take on DeAndre. Jerry's like Mateo's size.
So it's 9 o'clock this morning.
And DeAndre is not, let's just say.
So it's 9 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
I'm here at the radio station super early, okay? And I walk to the kitchen area.
Yeah.
And there's Jerry.
Oh, God.
Okay. And I start like taking a good look at Jerry.
Sizing him up?
Yeah. Because I'm like, you know what? I know Jerry, but I don't know Jerry that well, you know? So I took a look at him today. Jerry is about 5'6". He's about 160 pounds. And I look at him and I go, hey, Jer. Because he was like,
Jer.
Yeah.
You're not going to call him Jerry, just, hey, Jer.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Jer.
Okay.
I got a question for you, man. What is it about you? And I'm like looking at him, like, and when I say it, I go, what is it about you? And I'm making this gesture with my hand up and down, like, look at you, kid. Like, what is it about you that makes you think you can take DeAndre in a one-on-one basketball game? And the kid just has this like ridiculous amount of confidence.
I mean, good for the kid.
Yeah. And listen, beating you, DeAndre, was not just enough for the kid.
Okay.
Because, you know, you figure a shorter guy would just stand outside all day and just, you know, rain down bombs on top of you. But instead, Jerry intends, I will tell you
He
this,
said he wants to post them up.
He's going to take you to the hole. And if I
Good
had
luck,
to,
Jerry.
And if I had to guess, here's the one thing. You ever know somebody who's short but sneaky athletic and can dunk like a mofo? And you're like, how the hell's that guy dunk the ball? I can't even get up there and touch the net. I think Jerry's going to dunk on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe that to be the case.
Look, I've seen the film. I studied already. I already know what I need to do. I game planned. Jerry, there's no way. Jerry's not going to be able to post me up. He can't get in 2 feet inside the paint. I already know what's going to happen, man. Simple as that.
If we play to 11, what's the score in that game?
I'll give Jerry
Don't be shy.
1 point. 1 point.
There it is.
That's
So it's an 11-1 game.
11-1 game.
So we'll set the over-under at like 2.
That works.
Are you going to go straight?
We'll go half, 2.5.
You're going to go straight bully ball and
Bully
just give
ball.
him the butt,
Bully
just put
ball.
him under the rim,
Bully
turn
ball.
around.
All I need is 2 dribbles.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
2 dribbles. I'm going straight to the post.
Yeah.
Might do a little bit of shot faces, kind of tease with them a little bit,
Right.
get him jumping there a little bit, even though he doesn't. You know, I don't need to because he's a little guy.
Are you going to do the too small?
Oh yeah, I'm
Every
gonna do
time
it
you
too
score?
little. I'm gonna do it too little, and then that's it. You know, actually, I might not because I already know I'm bigger than him. I got the height advantage. I'm 230.
but he's coming at
Like,
you.
does
You already said a cap.
he goes to like, is he like tall enough to get to your shoulder?
No, that's the crazy thing. No.
DeAndre, you know what else you can say to him? Big bank, take little bank.
I
You can say that to him.
Let him
He's
know
an
that.
intern.
Yeah, you can let him know that he is an intern, and you are a full-time employee. You know what I mean? You tell him you got big bank, Jack.
Yeah.
Hey, you should take that big tuchus of yours.
Say, Google me.
And just like back him down.
Just like, 401k.
Yeah,
That's
just,
right.
Just
You know?
taking that big old tuchus of yours and just push him around with it. The way George did me that one day. George, remember that
George
day
boxed you out?
Yeah, he dump trucked me with unknowingly.
Oh.
He just friggin' pushed me into a wall. He like took that big tuchus of his.
Wow. Black
Blasted
belt
me.
versus college kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So there you go. We'll set that up. That'll be the event of 2025. The first event of 2025. Jerry versus DeAndre.
You know, I actually went in and listened to Trav and DeMarco this morning, and I went into YouTube chat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of listeners who want to play basketball against us.
Against us.
Against the station. They want to play against the station.
All right, hold on a second.
Right, but
Hold
some
on.
of those guys were also wanted to play softball, and I've heard that was a disaster too.
Oh gosh! All of a sudden,
yeah.
Troy Lake shows up, and the guy can't hit. He got on like every piece of equipment, like he's Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bro can't play ball. If we were going to build a team, though, seriously, all right, we're going to build a
Well,
five-man
Michael's here,
squad.
so we definitely need
Okay,
Michael.
So Trudell's speed.
We could have McMiniman and DeAndre too on that team.
Okay, does McMiniman?
Yeah, he can play.
No, it's not about can he play.
Oh.
It's about does he qualify.
Yeah, he's on this show all the time.
I know.
He
but
knows ball, too.
Just because he knows ball don't mean he can play ball.
He's on this show a ton.
And he's an ESPN employee.
George, I forgot about the Cappy McMenamin beef, but it's coming right back
No,
out.
there's no
right
beef.
now.
There's no beef.
they're friends again.
No,
It's
that
all
was.
love.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
all
and that's what it sounded like.
Oh, it's all love. My question is, did he qualify? That's
It
all.
sounded like you're skeptical.
Well, okay, so wait a second. So if we have to put together a team of our show, not just the station,
Right.
we'd have DeAndre,
Right.
okay, George,
Michael.
Michael Trudell, myself,
And
there's four.
McMiniman. There's 5.
Okay.
Or Funchy.
McMiniman, there's 5. Funchy can coach.
Baseball, what are you
Wait. Funchy coaching? How would that sound, DeAndre?
This guy's got to run. You got to run this play right here, man. You got to go right here. You got to run this play right here, man. All right?
Baseball, what are you going to do?
She's the GM.
I'll be like the Tristan Thompson, where I'm just doing like the ice in my veins thing the whole time.
Okay, so you're going to cheer us on from the side.
There you go.
Like Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Why don't we do this? I'm going to make a proposition right now.
Uh-oh.
What if we put together a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in 2025?
Now you're asking Chris to have to do something else. The kid's going to have a coronary.
So before my first stint here, we had a game. This is before Sedano.
Right. It used to be out there, right?
Yeah,
in the
it
plaza.
was right in LA Live.
Yeah.
When Mason face planted.
And so that was the mace plant, which was really bad. It was one of the least athletic things that you've ever seen. And the poor guy dusted up his good-looking face.
Wait a second.
I was guarding Sugar Shane Mosley.
How'd that go?
Whoa, for real?
Who was not a basketball player. And so what I did instead was leave him to blitz Corey Maggette. And Corey Maggette did not like that. And so Corey Maggette laid me out on a screen, and that was the first time that I had made contact with a physical specimen of that nature. Because Maggette isn't that, like, he's about 10 pounds lighter than LeBron. He is a solid individual, and he was not really thrilled with leaving.
I saw clips of Corey Maggette during that game. He was like dunking on you guys.
That's
what he was playing really hard.
Because I pissed him off because I was trapping him. Every time, like before the catch, basically, I was like face guarding him, which I thought was the proper strategy in that context.
Right,
because,
then he's like, I'm not letting the
He was
soccer player get me.
And he eventually got annoyed about that. What's up, Chris?
20 years ago, I lost a girl to Corey Maggette. I looked a lot different then.
What do you mean you lost a girl to Corey Maggette?
Her and I were hanging out, and I took her to a Clipper game, and she went home with Corey Maggette, not me.
You mean to tell me that Corey Maggette was on the floor and he went, you girl?
Well, apparently they had already known each other. It was a long story. Samantha Rosenthal was her name.
Samantha Rosenthal?
Not to put her full name out there, but that's what it is.
Samantha Rosenthal.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
You know, that's disappointing because, you're such a charming individual.
I wasn't as charming back then.
I got to look her up on Facebook, Samantha Rosenthal.
Anyway, the reason I came in here, I'm trying to just do recorded today. And I was recording stuff for the 3 o'clock hour, and I heard the basketball talk. This is actually something that is coming to life.
Oh.
In the spring,
I thought maybe
hopefully.
you'd have a coronary.
No, we're going to talk about it on January 6th, the big content meeting.
Oh. Big content meeting, Cappy.
This isn't replacing pickleball, I hope.
It is, I think.
What?
We're going to take a year off of pickleball, I think.
You know,
well, because the talent wasn't really into it last year.
Plus, pickleball is very oversaturated right now,
And it's oversaturated.
No, it's growing fast.
Well, there's a lot of ringers, too.
I prefer basketball, but I can't play basketball anymore without getting injured.
But I think the McMiniman thing we might have to put to a panel vote.
What do you mean a panel vote?
Well, he's not,
He's here all the time.
Yeah, but I don't know. Wouldn't you rather want, like, Beto?
I mean, if I could have Beto, that's fine. I'd take Beto.
Beto doesn't seem to be interested, though. He's shaking his head.
By the way, I'm looking at
I'd
Samantha
take Beto.
Rosenthal.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Funchy, you guys offered me Funchy a second
No,
ago.
it's not.
No, this is Samantha Rosenthal.
No, I guarantee you it's not.
You found her?
I guarantee you it's not.
Oh, no, it's her.
What if she has a different name
She's
now?
not around anymore.
What do you mean?
It is a final.
Oh,
Oh,
come
no.
on. No way.
Yeah.
Well, you pulled
See,
it out of
Cappy,
me.
this made it a lot darker now. This
Well,
is why
that's
we.
no wonder he used her real name.
Cappy,
she couldn't come back and do anything about it.
Only you.
This took a
You're
turn.
so bad.
Oh, that is
You're
a good
bad
point,
guy.
Cappy. That's a good catch.
Right?
I was going to say, why would he put her name out there like that? But now we know.
Yeah, because she's not going to come back looking for him.
Yeah. All right, coming up next. Thank you, Christopher.
Well, no, now I got to do the rejoin live.
Oh, well. Anyway, coming up
I was
next.
in the middle of putting the rejoin together.
Brian Windhorst thinks LeBron and the Warriors thing could be revisited. We'll get to that. Michael will be in a perfect spot to have that conversation, I'm sure. We'll get to that next. But first, Cappy, tell them about Amazon.
Yeah, let me tell everybody that tomorrow night you're going to be watching that Rams game, okay? Rams and Niners. You're going to be watching that on Amazon because Amazon's a daily part of your life. Right now, I'm going through Amazon. I'm just trying to find things that can be delivered in time for Christmas. So now what I'm doing is this because I'm never home. I'm using Amazon Pickup because it allows me to send my orders to a secure pickup location that I get to choose. So rather than the packages being delivered to my house when I'm not home or your apartment when you're not home, they go directly to a secure pickup location like an Amazon locker or a counter. Then you can pick up your packages whenever it's convenient for you. And when your package arrives, you get a daily confirmation that says, hey, look, your package is here. You're going to get an email, and you're going to know exactly what to do and how you're going to go about picking it up. And listen, as we're going into the holiday season right now, and we're deep into it, the schedule's going to get busier. You're going to be working. You're going to be going to holiday parties. You're going to be going, all different directions. You're not going to be home. So I'm just telling you right now, Amazon Pickup is a great option for when you're not planning on being home when your packages are going to be delivered. It's a secure and convenient delivery solution to pick up your Amazon packages. And best part, no additional cost. Head to Amazon.com/pickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/pickupMVP LeafFilter.com/pickup MVP.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, it's Mace. It's that time of year. Shopping is hard. Finding the right gift can be impossible, and waiting until the last minute is a nightmare. The last minute stuff can be a mess. I've got the answer. I'm going to save you all the guesswork. The answer is flowers from the Bouqs Company, and I've got 25% off your entire Bouqs purchase so you can send some too. Here's why the Bouqs Company is so good. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. It was easy. I picked up bouquet, set my delivery date. It was done. No wrapping required. Bouqs is perfect for the people who have everything. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for your grandma, and you can go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's basically happiness on repeat. And right now, you save 25% with promo code ESPN. Go to Bouqs.com. Use promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Bouqs. Promo code ESPN.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Harry Douglas here. Say goodbye to bulky, clunky shavers that clutter your bathroom. Not only do you get an incredible shave, Panasonic's Palm Razor has a sleek, elegant design that adds a touch of sophistication to your bathroom. It also conveniently charges with a USB cord. Visit shop.panasonic.com/sports to shop for the Palm Razor. Use promo code HARRY for 10% off exclusively for ESPN radio listeners. That's shop.panasonic.com/sports. Promo code HARRY.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Christmas tree at the Christmas party.
It's Sedano and Kap on a Wednesday afternoon. Mike Trudell in the studio with the fellas. What? I mean, I give it like 2 minutes before you just hear Trudell and Sedano. Oh, JJ! Gushing.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
I'm just saying, your buddy Evan Cohen is texting me 6,000 texts.
What the hell's that guy got?
Just saying.
I mean, honestly, I'm over him.
I had a great chat with Evan Cohen a couple years ago after Sedano introduced us.
How'd that
Seems
work
like a
out
great
for
guy.
you? It took you only 2 years to get back here. I'm looking forward on this day. Today is International Mountain Day.
International Mounting Day?
Yeah.
Mountain.
So I get to mount you today?
No mounting.
That's Mountain Dew Day, yeah.
And one of the greatest songs ever made, happy 80th birthday to Brenda Lee, singing Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Love this song.
What's bigger, this or the Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey's number one over all of them.
Okay.
It's the number one song probably ever made.
Brenda Lee still alive?
She's 80.
Well, I mean, a lot of times you'll say, like, hey, he turned 80.
But usually when Lindsay will put a parentheses.
Okay.
So I'll say, would have turned, but we lost him back in.
Okay. Brenda Lee's still with us.
80 years old, rocking. Around the Christmas tree. They get it. Now, how do you feel? I'm going to give you this, and then I got to go.
Yeah, where are you going?
Trudell, you came in. Now, you're not really close to Cappy. You're not really that close.
He's 2
Hold
feet
on.
from me.
Shh. Not that close to Lindsay or DeAndre. You and Sedano are lifelong friends. And yet, your first segment in here, he has ignored you for 3 minutes during this break. Just ignored him. Right? Just on that phone, texting Evan Cohen.
Well, he's texting me about his, man crush Bill Belichick.
While Trudell tries to make conversation with Cappy, and that was painful to listen to. Painful.
You know what? You know what'll be better,
They're
though?
like trying to connect on some level. Like, I mean, Trudell's like, I've got 3 boys. I'm kind of catching up to you. First of all, Cappy's got 3 daughters and a son, and they're all like 20 years old. So it was just interesting hearing that exchange. Because Trudell's trying to be nice, and he keeps looking over at Sedano, and Sedano's giving him nothing. Just Sedano's like...
Well, first of all, I was not looking over at Sedano because he and I actually speak outside of the show.
Right.
So I don't need to... I already know what's going on with Sedano. I know what's up with Mateo. I know what's up with Arya.
Those are his children,
Kelly,
if you knew.
right? I'm trying to get to know Cappy.
He's trying to get on a personal level. Why do I need to interrupt that?
Everybody seems to like Cappy, and I'm kind I'm trying to find out if I do.
Cappy makes us a lot of money, honestly. That's why we like Cappy.
Well, that's a great reason to have him in here.
He's the leader in the clubhouse for endorsements.
Well, he does a nice natural ad read.
Hey, thanks a lot.
I admire the way that you do that.
Thanks. You hear that,
I mean,
George?
now you know where you can put your Amazon packages. You didn't know that before.
Right, you had no idea.
Yeah.
Which part?
You didn't know about Real Father's Rights until I told you about it.
Well, wait for that. That's coming up in a couple minutes.
You didn't know about Ocean Subaru.
Don't bring up Children's Dental Fun Zone because when Sedano, remember how we ended the show yesterday when he yelled at us because he wasn't ready to do the read yet. He was texting.
Oh,
remember
that's
that
right.
day?
He was like, I'm in the middle of something.
I was trying to get us the guest that none of us actually were able to get through for today.
Yeah, but it'll happen soon.
Oh no, we were just trying to get them both on the air at the same time.
Right.
They just the schedules. These guys are on planes every day.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you had to go?
Oh yeah, there you go, Trudell. That's what I'm talking about.
If you want me to write out the list of people that tried that bit and are no longer here, we can do that.
Goodness gracious.
I've already been through that. I'm immediately.
That's true. That wasn't me.
He was already through that.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
that was a good
line.
line.
Where are you going? What do you have to do?
I got to finish the rejoins. I got to do some other stuff.
Like what?
Well, we got Rams All Access tonight. We got to
Okay.
put that together.
All right.
Then I got to do some business stuff.
Okay. And then tonight, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Is there any chance that you and I are going to do a drive live on Instagram tonight as we drive from downtown LA and we crawl through traffic to get down to Orange County?
Probably not because we've spent a lot of time together already talking.
Yeah.
I might just take a nap on the way home.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have the drive live equipment.
Oh, all right.
So.
All right.
You seem disappointed.
I am a little disappointed. You know, this morning, Chris and I, at about, I don't know what time did we start
6:30.
texting? Yeah, but we started texting early, like, hey, I'll meet you in the gym. I'll meet you in the gym.
Did you meet in the gym?
Do you guys live together?
We do.
We're at East Central together.
Yeah, we live at the East Central.
You should come over.
Literally across the
What's
street.
happening here?
You should come over and see the giant ham.
You could sit on it.
Darvin?
No, not the giant ham.
Oh.
The giant hand.
And I got to be honest,
Oh,
Joe,
hand.
you would fit
Oh.
nicely on it.
Yeah.
With your build.
Right. Take your little tuchus and just sit it right here. Just right
Imagine
here.
like people come over to see us and Trudell's just sitting on the hand and there's no explanation. People just walk into the room.
What's that all about?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
And Trudell's just sitting on the hand.
Right.
Hi.
Right. Just enjoying this hand.
Look,
nice and cold.
This is going to help social media downloads for the most downloaded. What is it? The largest sports radio station social media following
There
in
it is.
America.
That's right.
I'm happy to do that.
There you go.
Then we're going to do it.
Yes.
We're going to get Trudell over to
All
the
right.
East Central, biggest hotel rooms in downtown LA.
And the softest towels, too, by the way.
Yeah, I use the smaller towel for my privates.
Yeah. And I
Wait,
actually,
hold on.
I-
Did you use the little square?
Was it
or like the hand towel?
He didn't think this segment was going to go this way.
No, he did not. He was ready to talk about LeBron being traded.
Well, I was also trying to get, because Trudell doesn't love those conversations. So
Oh, you don't? What do you use the small towels for?
You don't have to speak for me over there. I'm just saying there's the 3 different sizes of the towel. So I was curious
Right.
if you were talking about the smallest ones, the middle, or the largest.
He's talking about the
The
middle.
middle.
Yeah.
Not
middle.
the washcloths, but the middle.
Right.
Yeah, that
Well,
makes
one
sense.
last thing about
That's
Cappy.
sensible.
So we finished our workout. We're talking business. I said, hey, I'm going to get back up to the room. I didn't sleep great. I got to get back over. No, let's grab some eggs and bacon. Okay. So we see our chef that we know at East Central. Makes his eggs and bacon. I said, let's go sit outside. I considered not doing it, but I created time for Cappy. sitting down, start to make conversation. He gets his breakfast. I got to go take a call and leaves me outside on the Nick Lounge patio.
It was 7:55 at this point.
Oh, you're a bad guy.
It was 7:55. I had an 8 o'clock call.
But you didn't mention that before you said, let's get breakfast.
Well, I didn't say let's go sit outside. You said let's go sit outside. I was happy to get my breakfast to go. I was
Gets
going
the
up to my
breakfast
room.
container.
But you implied that you were having breakfast together.
Did not imply. No implication.
Well, it sounded like Cappy did what was best for him, and since he's good at being genial, he sold it. And
Did you eat the breakfast on the call? Like,
Yes,
you could see
on
that?
the call. On the call. And here's my new thing because I don't want bread in the morning. So what I do is I take the egg.
That's when you should actually have
I
bread.
understand, but
Yeah.
I cut the egg and then I put the egg on the bacon as if the bacon is a bread, and then I get the crunch of the bacon as if it's bread.
So like a bacon wrap egg.
It's very much a bacon wrapped egg.
Yeah.
That's
What I-
exactly right.
I'm confused. You said you understand when he said no. That's actually when you want but your premise was that
Right.
you won't do it.
I understand. You're right. And if
I
you're
don't get
going to
it.
have carbs should be had earlier in the morning. But I'm trying to eliminate carbs wherever I can.
Yeah.
So in this case,
Like fully.
Not like fully.
Just
you know what I mean?
mostly.
Just if I can, I will.
Okay.
So the chef at the East Central, she's great. She knows exactly how I like my bacon, nice and crispy. And she also knows how I like my over hard eggs. So the woman has got it down to a science.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Chris here, though, he needs his eggs scrambled.
You like hard huevos?
See. And he likes scrambled.
Oh, I like
huevos.
scrambled egg too.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
with the
Sedano's
bacon
so
mixed in.
irritated.
Why am I irritated?
Because, you wanted to talk about whatever you
I
want
don't care. Listen,
What does
you're
he
paying
care?
me the same whether I talk about the
That
Lakers
is-
or I talk about Cappy's huevos.
That is true.
So
Tell you what's not cool is if anybody's doing time of possession today, I feel like I've already taken a commanding lead, and I don't like
no
it.
one's doing it. I don't
No,
think.
no.
Reese isn't here.
Reese is back there doing
is Reese
it.
back
Oh,
there?
Reese is doing
Reese
it.
is still doing time
Reese,
of possession.
what is our time of possession today?
Reese,
thus
you
far?
got mentioned in an open today. That's a big deal.
Heard. So, time of possession thus far is Cappy with 8 minutes, Sedano with 3.
Now, Reese, if you go on one of your sprees, so to speak, you'll spare me, right? Like, I don't get it first.
In fairness, a lot of that vacuum has just been you and I taking up the time that Sedano would have had to have been speaking.
True.
Right?
Yeah, but Cappy talks a lot.
Yeah, but the problem is that now what I'm finding out is that the more I talk, the less money I make. In other words, George is making more money because he's using less words.
No,
Fewer
because he's more
words,
talented
money.
than you.
What does that mean?
He's more talented than you.
But what does that have to do with it?
That's why he makes more money than you.
No. But he's saying fewer
Oh,
words.
you're talking
So
about
it's a
price per word.
Word per dollar.
Okay.
Dollar per word. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
thought you meant in general.
No, dollar per word. He's now making 5 times as much as I am.
Dollar per word is completely irrelevant because the show has a set time.
Right, but if I speak for 8 minutes and he speaks for 3 minutes, that means he's making more money than I
Right,
am.
but the whole point of this was
No,
I
it
told
doesn't.
you that no matter even
doesn't?
with me bringing in and out of breaks, you would still talk way more than me, which Lindsay and DeAndre kind of agreed, and you were the only one that kind of tried to fight that.
That's impressive because it's not like Sedano's a wallflower over there.
I'm not saying anything.
On Monday, I think that George would have had more time of possession. I forget what the conversation was.
You guys went to lunch. She's trying to be nice now.
Chris, what do you
I am saying, I did say this yesterday. I did say it yesterday, though.
I got to rejoin live again, but that was amazing.
Lindsay and I did have a nice lunch.
Where'd
today
you go?
down- We went to the Lazy Dog. They're eating the dogs.
But it was too bad that Chewy wasn't there because they have dog. They have dog.
They have
bowls
bowls
there.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I would love. Wouldn't you have loved to watch a tape and how many times you and I got bashed at this lunch?
Oh, it's endless. I'm sure.
You didn't
but
get bashed very much.
Sedano.
I don't think we mentioned you at all.
Got
I
annihilated.
don't think we mentioned you at all, Chris.
Yeah,
That's not possible.
You were
Right.
irrelevant.
Notice
No,
they
we
didn't
really
say me
didn't.
either.
Yeah,
No,
you
of
were
course not.
irrelevant.
It's fine. I'm sure they're talking about my schedule next. But anyway,
Well, you do take him on a day.
yeah,
No, I was just very big on the Bill Belichick thing. I was like, this is a big deal.
I guess.
It's
I mean,
not.
to LA, is it a big deal?
No,
Jimmy Butler
No.
is.
not really.
No.
I don't really care.
Did you just say Jimmy Butler's a big deal?
Yeah.
A bigger deal than Bill Belichick to LA.
You don't think that Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches in the history of the sport, going to a small football school like North Carolina for the first time ever coaching at college is a big deal on a day like today, Michael Arthur Trudell?
Doesn't interest me a ton, to be honest with you. Just being honest.
You want to poll the audience?
Put up a poll.
it's
what
fine.
did LZ say? Oh, George, put up a poll, LZ.
Want to put up a poll?
That's probably in there somewhere.
Why don't you tell us about real fathers' rights? Why don't you do that?
You know what? I
Do
will.
something.
I will do that.
I heard you're great at this.
I would gladly. Hey, Mike Trudell, I hope you're happily married. I really do.
Very much am.
Okay, but if something changes,
Hi, honey.
put this number in your phone, 323-870-1611. Put it in there now, 323-870-1611, or go to this website, realfathersrights.com/710, realfathersrights.com/710. Let's get real with Mark Reel, R-E-E-L. He's the father's rights attorney, because so often in family court, everything seems to be tilted towards the lady in the whole thing. Well, over at Real Father's Rights, we take care of the dads to make sure you get the happiness and the justice you deserve. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorneys.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face, and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey guys, it's Sedano and Cap. And Cappy, we want to make people's holidays bigger and brighter with PrizePicks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports teams and sports action, especially in the state of California.
This holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December. They're giving away $30+ million in rewards. Some people think it's Christmas. At PrizePicks, it's Pixmas.
PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season and beyond, obviously, of course. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long with PrizePicks.
You make a $5 play, you get a $50 bonus. So make sure you download the PrizePicks app, use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus.
And it's just as simple as going more or less on a player's stats. You can win up to 200 times your money on PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. PrizePicks, run your game.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
In Chinatown, nothing ever changes. I feel like I'm a background character. I think that's called being a loser.
Based on the bestseller by Charles Yu.
Police are investigating a missing woman.
Miss Wu, I'm a detective. I need your help.
Why me?
You know Chinatown better than I do.
And from visionary director Taika Waititi comes a mind-bending new series.
If you want to be a part of this, why not be the hero? In Chinatown, Kung Fu can break on any moment.
The Hulu original series, Interior Chinatown. All episodes now streaming on Hulu.
Sedano and Kap, 3:48 on a Wednesday afternoon.
All right, then.
I didn't do it. Happy birthday, Rita Moreno, the legend.
Oh, she is a legend.
Turns 93 today.
Rita Moreno.
And
She has
Jermaine.
an EGOT, right?
What now?
Does she have an EGOT?
What's an EGOT?
The
Is that a
Emmy,
car?
Grammy,
Well, you win everything.
Oscar, Tony.
I thought an EGOT was like some car brand I didn't know about.
No, I'm pretty. She might be in. She might have
Emmy,
it.
Grammy, Oscar, Tony?
Yeah, almost positive.
And happy 70th birthday to Jermaine Jackson.
Hey,
one of the
Jermaine.
Jacksons, and here he is. I think. Well, he's one of these
She
guys.
is an EGOT winner.
She's an EGOT.
Well, he's not Michael. He's one of the other ones. One of the other brothers.
Yeah, he was the he was kind of like the best of the
Of the
rest,
Jacksons,
right?
yeah.
It was like the older, like the leader, sort of. I thought.
Did we? No, we lost Tito recently, I think, right? Not Jermaine. Jermaine's still kicking.
You've been talking about death a lot today.
I understand.
It is very.
You missed my Michael
morose.
Jackson moves yesterday.
Oh, you did do that. That's right.
Sedano and Kap continues your Wednesday afternoon right now.
It's Live Imaging Wednesday.
No, I'm going to record it now.
It's Lou.
Lou.
The Peachy deal. I got to go.
The Peachy deal?
Yeah.
Really?
It's been nice spending time
You
with
haven't
you,
had a
Chris.
problem with the Peachy deal? Maybe you get Chewy to use it as a speed bag. You ever hear about this, Mike Trudell?
I'd like to.
Lindsay's dog.
He's got a big paw and he hits the schwan.
Lindsay's dog will come up to Chris and with both paws will and uses his scratch as a speed bag.
Is this a big dog?
No, a little dog.
Oh.
No, he is a little
He's
dog.
a Frenchie pug.
See, we had a Frenchie. She recently passed.
Aw. How old?
13.
Oh, okay. Because my dog is. They're eating the dogs. My dog is a Frenchie, and he's about 10.
Do you have him back, Cappy? Is he back in custody or no?
He currently, by tonight he will be back in the crib.
Oh, okay.
He will be home tonight, and then I don't know. We'll see how long.
Are you
we have.
co-parenting the dog?
Yeah. Are you doing like a custody sharing thing here?
Sorta, kinda. Kids are all coming home. Julia's done with Cal Poly Slow the first quarter, so she's on her way home right now. And then all the other kids are coming home, and the kids don't come home unless they have the dog.
Cappy, does real fathers' rights, do they have a dog division?
They should have a dog division
You know
because
what
a
I'm
lot of times in a divorce, people will
No,
fight
that's
over
a
the
big
dog.
thing,
Oh,
right?
it is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you going to say to
It's probably
Jack
the
when
number
you see
one
him?
thing outside of kids, right?
Yeah. When I see my dog tonight, when I
Yeah.
see Jack, I'll be like, oh, hello, little doggy. Oh, hello, little Jackie. Hello, little doggy.
Okay,
That's what I
so
mean.
confirmed he does do the doggy voice. I would have
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, what do
George.
you do? When you see other people's dogs, do you talk doggy voice?
Nah, I don't really do the doggy voice.
What do you do? Like, hey, doggy, how are you?
Well, I have noticed with dogs though that they do seem to respond more to tone, which is probably why you do it, than they do to the words that you say. Because with my kids, I try to speak to them like they're older. But so maybe I should do the higher pitch voice.
You know, when I go to somebody's house and they've got a dog, and I really would rather their dog not come near me or touch me in any way, but then I realize that they're going to look at me and be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? He doesn't want to love my dog. So I go out of my way to be extra loving to people's dogs, even though I don't really want to touch other people's dogs.
And that's how much you care about what people think.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I don't want, like I was at a guy's house. This is a true story. Last week I'm at a guy's house. He's a business colleague, right? And I walk in and we're having a business meeting, and I'm like, I need something from this guy. And if I'm rude to his dog, I think he's going to think I'm a jerk. So I'm like, next thing I know, I'm down on the ground and I'm rubbing this dog's belly.
Yeah.
I mean, it got real intimate.
Dog loves a good belly rub.
Yeah.
You know what though, Cappy? I think that's a good skill to care how people feel. And not necessarily even that they like you, but you're trying to put them in a good mood. I like that. That's good. You're bringing joy to the world.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
George, where were we?
You're definitely leading time of possession now.
There's no question about that.
What's
I
the
could've
count?
told you that.
What's
Go
the
ahead,
count right
Reese.
now? Go ahead, Reese. Go ahead.
All right, so Cappy is at 11-13 and Sedano is at 4-12.
This is ridiculous.
Wow.
Say something.
I mean, you were talking the whole
Say something.
time.
Do you have anything to say to me today?
I have plenty to say.
Tell me.
Actually, let's. We wanted to talk some basketball.
Basketball.
We mentioned Jimmy Butler. Shams Charania is actually on NBA Countdown right now. What is he saying about?
It says Jimmy Butler on Future with Heat. Who knows?
Well,
dun
they
dun
asked him-
dun.
they asked
No,
him
that's
earlier.
what Jimmy said.
Right, that's what they asked Jimmy Butler earlier today.
Right.
Hey, what's your future of the Heat? I don't know. You want to be a member of the Heat? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. So what is Shams saying?
Phoenix Suns, you think about their salary cap bill, what they've done with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal going all in. So keep a very close eye on the Phoenix Suns. And this is an interesting situation because Jimmy Butler does have an amount of leverage in this. He has a player option, $52 million player option for next season that if he declines, he can become a free agent. That gives him some leverage in this trade scenario. For the Heat, as a team, they've been in the play-in route the last couple years.
Right.
So they have to see what's out there. And Jimmy Butler, with no extension in Miami, he's also going to explore his options potentially.
Well, you're sitting next to.
So they've added another team, still not the Lakers.
Who dat?
Or the Clippers, for that matter.
Who dat?
For Butler.
Who?
In the quote-unquote preferred destinations.
Okay, yesterday it was Dallas, Houston, Golden State. Who
Right,
else?
so now they just added Phoenix. That's what he was talking about at the beginning.
George,
Okay.
I'm curious if you and I think that have the same opinion on what destination makes the most sense for Butler.
Oh, Golden State.
Okay, so I said Houston.
Houston, I don't think they're ready yet. Like, I think that they're too young still. I think that he fits perfectly to Steph and Draymond's timeline. They have a deep roster. Like, they've got good players that they, role-type players that they have on that roster already. So if you give up Kuminga and Wiggins and whatever other salary you have to do to make it work or whatever, you're good.
Yeah, so to me, why Houston would work, and this, by the way, we can go in a different direction. You'll get too into the weeds on this, but
You're not going to talk about aprons, are you?
well, if I could talk and get into the second apron love if you want, but probably not. So they've got like Dylan Brooks, right, George? And he's at $22 million this year. Then they've got a couple like Steven Adams is at 12.6. So you only need to throw in basically one of the lottery types, and you can get there. And so Miami's probably going to want Amin Thompson, and they're going to say no. And then at some point you get down to Tari Eason, and then maybe Houston says no to that, but then you get to Whitmore. Like there could be pieces, and they have picks there. Whereas Golden State, yes, they have picks, and
they have 3 picks.
Yes, but like I like the players better on the Houston end. And
I think Kuminga has a higher ceiling than those guys you just mentioned, though.
I don't love the touchy-feely element of Kuminga's game.
Yeah, but he's still only 22 years old.
Yeah, but touchy-feely, you can kind of tell right away.
I thought you said you weren't going to get into the weeds.
That's not the weeds.
I don't know. I heard some names in there that I never heard before.
Well, that's your freaking fault.
No, dude, those are weeds.
Well, I brought a couple of weeds in here because we were so far away from anything sports.
Well, what about LeBron to the Warriors? What did Wendy say this morning? Don't we have that?
Sure, I'll play that.
Jimmy Butler is really, since last spring, when the Heat made it clear they were not going to extend his contract, we were probably headed for an ending of the ways between the Heat and Jimmy Butler. I wouldn't say it's a done deal yet, but I think teams are starting to kick the tires there and look and see what it might take. And the Warriors are one of them. The Warriors have been really active in trying to look for a star player. They kicked the tires on a couple other stars over the summer. And if Jimmy Butler is available and the Warriors feel like they need to upgrade, that could be. But who else is on their list, Braz? That's LeBron James. And I know that this is one of the most fascinating opportunities in the league. It's a delicious scenario to think about. The Warriors have dreamed of pairing LeBron with Steph Curry and Draymond Green since last year. They've made an inquiry, and it got shut down last February. That was before LeBron played with Steve Kerr and Steph Curry and won the gold medal over the summer. So they will definitely monitor the situation, and I don't think they do anything without knowing this door is locked. But I would just say with LeBron, it's up to him. He has a no-trade clause, and he has given no indication he wants the Lakers to do anything but upgrade the roster they've got, not that he wants to go anywhere.
Okay, let's discuss that on the other side because we're up against it anyway. And you got to talk about your friends at Ocean Subaru.
Well, I would love to talk about my friends at Ocean Subaru. By the way, I'm driving this Subaru Crosstrek right now. I love this vehicle. You've probably seen the video that I did on ESPN Los Angeles. It's a beautiful car. It really is. And it looks small on the outside, but it feels really big on the inside. But while we're talking about Subaru, let me remind everybody about the Subaru 2024 Share the Love event that's happening at Subaru, but specifically Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Now, listen, we last year were at the $250 million raised spot. This year, we're going to get ourselves up to $320 million in donations to local charities. So when you buy or lease a brand new Subaru right now at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we're going to make a donation of $250. It could be to the national charity partners, ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, National Park Foundation. But if you prefer the money to stay closer to home, Ocean Subaru of Fullerton is working with the Women's Club of Fullerton. That is our local charity of choice this year, and it's going to be a very meaningful Share the Love event. So come on down. Check out the safest vehicle on the road, the Crosstrek that I have right now, all-wheel drive, spacious and sporty. It's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect, Apple CarPlay, Android integration, and the safety is the key. Ocean Subaru is conveniently located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Here's the website, oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They make you smile at every mile.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
One of the greatest pop and R&B groups that defined a generation.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon.
And we want to buy your house.
Let Seller's Advantage show you how we can give you more.
No fees, no commissions, and no repairs. Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days.
Check out our Google reviews.
And call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on The Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
With the holiday season in full swing, stay up to date with Lakers emails sent straight to your inbox. Each email offers something different. Lakers pregame emails gets you game day essentials before tip-off, from projected starters to game times. While Lakers weekly emails gives you exclusive Lakers content, created especially for subscribers. Never miss a minute of the action by signing up now at Lakers.com/emails. Let's go, Lake Show.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, just the 90 minutes from wherever you are. What you need to know is Lindsay's got JB Long on the line, so we'll discuss the Jimmy Butler, LeBron, Warriors love triangle after JB Long joins us here. So that is what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, just the 90 minutes from wherever you are. The voice of your Los Angeles Rams, JB Long. Great job. Thank you for pulling the team through this past weekend. That was an epic performance by the team and you in the booth. I was in the car listening, and I was like, yo, my man's going to lose. I hope he has some lozenges because there's a lot of scoring going on in this game.
Mm-hmm. Well, good to be with you guys. Thank you for that invitation. Yeah, that was awesome. I think a lot of people have likened it to the game they played in 2018 at the Coliseum against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
That one was high scoring as well. There was a great backdrop for that one. The difference is this was immaculate in terms of offensive performance. The game against the Chiefs had a whole bunch of takeaways and defensive scores. It was a hot mess in all the great ways, but this one was just surgical by both Allen and the Bills and Stafford and the Rams.
Yeah, and JB, it was a great call, especially the Puka touchdown to win it. You know, out of the 2-minute warning, it was a great call. Puka Nacua, I got to say, I'm almost surprised. Like, year one, it was like, wow, he caught everybody by storm. I really didn't know. And injury early in training camp. What can you possibly say about the performance of Nacua? He's been incredible.
He really has, and especially coming back from a physical setback. You remember the book coming out of BYU is that, you know, he was strong and physical and talented, but he had kind of an injury-marred past. The fact that he was able to play the entire 17-game rookie season, set all those records, plus a postseason game, was maybe the most impressive part of his rookie record-setting debut. To have the setback that he did this summer, to miss time on the front end of the season, to come back midstream and lock back in with Matthew Stafford is probably the untold story of his season so far. But how about the catches he's made in 4 straight weeks? I mean, laying out full extension 3 weeks in a row, and then that Michael Jackson-like toe drag swag on the over-the-shoulder catch most recently. I think probably he's building on his legend by not just putting up prolific stats, but also now putting together the highlight reel catches.
Yeah, and it was Tom Brady who, by the way, in the TV booth was like, whoa. Like, okay, we see great catches and toe taps in the NFL.
No, that one was insane.
And it wasn't just the toes. It was like you said, JB, it was also the way he had to get the ball like over his shoulder.
Contorted his body.
It was incredible.
There's actually, I saw online, someone on Twitter created like a bobblehead in the shape of the way he was contorted. It was actually very funny, to see. And I hope you guys should actually jump on that as like an item that you could sell because that thing was freaking awesome. Michael Trudell is in the house too. Michael Trudell, would you like to talk to JB?
Of course I would. What's up, buddy? First of all, when I was when you were talking about the crazy high scoring affair, do you remember the Vikings game against the Rams at the Coliseum when it was like 100-100 a couple years ago?
That was the Jared Goff perfect game.
Yes.
On a Thursday night.
Yeah, I was at that one. That one was insane. And I went to one this year, too, thanks to you. My question for you, so just a game back now of Seattle in the division, that clearly is the target. But, like, how How good do you think the Rams team is in context with when we've seen them at their best versus when we've seen them at their worst, which is the sort of the qualifiers that their receivers were out? Like, so basically when they've been healthy, been a pretty damn good team, right?
Yeah, I think the difference in this moment right here is that it's offensive driven, maybe for the first time all year. The defense carried them through the middle part of that season, got them from 3 games below 500 back to 6-6 to give them that opportunity against the Bills. But I think what you're leading me towards and what I agree with is this team can only go as far as Matthew Stafford takes them in December and January. And so it was great to see him lock in and have that type of performance. Now, his circumstances have improved. This is the best starting 5 offensive line he's had in front of them all year. They now have some time on task. The receivers, whether it's Puka, Kupp, Demarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell, even in some 4-receiver sets last weekend. And if they can just layer Tyler Higbee back in at tight end, it won't be tomorrow, but maybe as soon as next week in New York, that will be how this roster was built. Stealing resources from the defense to pay the resources on the offense. And if this group is capable of scoring 30 points per game, which they've not been so far in 2024, then yeah, I think they'll be a tough out, especially if they win the division. That's going to come with a home game in the playoffs.
JB Long with us here. Now, they're taking on the Niners on Thursday. As you've done your research, I'm sure already for this game on Thursday, what should Rams fans be aware of with this particular Niners group that should, I don't know if worry is the right word, but concern them heading into a matchup with a team that's dealing with some injuries, but still obviously a formidable opponent?
Yeah, I've been telling our audience to expect the reigning NFC champions tomorrow night because that's what I saw when I watched them throttle the Bears. I think they allowed fewer than 5 total yards of offense in the first half, building a 24-0 lead. And certainly some of that has to do with the state of the Chicago Bears. But I think the 49ers are getting healthy in certain key areas, including the spine of their defense. Talanoa Hufanga coming back at safety is a disruptive force. Dre Greenlaw hasn't played since doing his Achilles in the Super Bowl last year. He has a chance to go tomorrow night. We'll see about Bosa on the edge. But it's no coincidence that the 49ers are finding it just in time to face the Los Angeles Rams because they've used the Rams as a catapult to a postseason run in many years recently. Purdy, like Stafford, coming off a career game. The Niners, like the Rams, coming off a season-high point total. And in particular, here's what worries me going up against Kyle Shanahan and company right now is even without their lead backs, their screen game clicked against the Bears. And the Rams defense has really struggled to defend screen, even though they've punctured all sorts of pockets this year. So whether it's the running backs or George Kittle at tight end, I think they just have to have their radar up for those types of plays in the next 24 hours.
JB, I think one of the things that we're not really talking about much, because we talk about Stafford, we talk about Puka, we talk about Cooper, we don't really talk about Kyren Williams and the running game. And I want to say that right now, Kyren Williams may be 3rd overall in total rushing yards in the NFC. And I think obviously a lot of it in the recent success is what you talked about, getting the offensive line healthy. How important do you suppose the running game will be when we're always so focused on all the passing yards?
Yeah, it's a great question, Cap, and maybe all the more essential if it is damp. There's a chance of rain tomorrow in San Francisco. So here's what I've always said about Kyren Williams is he's great individually. He impacts games with his stats, but his greatest influence on the Rams' success the last 2 years is the confidence he instills in his head coach and play caller, Sean McVay, to stick with the run. His play energy, his pass protection, that's what inspires Sean to lean plus 12 in terms of run play selection, overthrowing the football even while Matthew Stafford was on a heater on Sunday. So Kyren, I think, has really stepped it up. He went through a tough middle stretch of the season where fumbles became an issue, but he's responded with his best work here in the month of December. And he's had great games against the San Francisco 49ers. So I don't see a way that they come away with a victory tomorrow in Santa Clara if Kyren isn't a huge part of it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. On the other hand, just give us a little bit, because you've been watching it much, much more carefully every week, the way these rookies, and it's not just the 2 on the defensive line, but the way the rookies have performed on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough moment to come off of trying to tackle Josh Allen. It's like going up against another outside linebacker. And to see him run away from defenders at SoFi was breathtaking. I understand why he's going to be the MVP. Now, Purdy is not that, but he is still slippery. He's underrated, elusive. And so I think this is a great test for the pass rush of Byron Young, a second-year rusher, Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, because they've been just tormenting opposing quarterbacks. But one thing they have not done is kind of hem them in. They haven't necessarily maintained that rush integrity. And so players like Purdy, like Kyler Murray, like Josh Allen have been able to extend drives with their feet. And I think Purdy has that option available in front of him tomorrow night. But I also think this Chris Shula-led defense is going to bounce back in a big way on a short week, because I'm sure they were salivating and frustrated by not being able to sack Josh Allen so much as once on Sunday.
All right, let me just ask JB Long this question, because Trudell here says he has no interest in the story, but I'll throw it to you. You're a football guy first, I think.
Well, no is a little strong. I said it's not at the top of my list.
Okay. Bill Belichick to North Carolina. JB Long, what do you think about that?
I think it's probably first and foremost reflective of the doubt that he would get another NFL job. I think he's probably taking his next best available option. I think he actually can have some success there in the NIL era, because he can play the role of GM that he kind of did in New England. I'm sure from North Carolina's standpoint, even coming off of, an older head coach to turn it over to Bill Belichick, they're saying, well, you only get this chance once to get a future Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest coach of all time. Why not try it in this environment? What do you think? Is it doomed to fail, or is it just a punchline for some recruiting jokes, or how do you read it?
I have a very hard time believing that a 72-year-old gentleman with as much success as he's had in the NFL, going to college football for the first time in his career, in the bottom fourth of the power conferences and in the bottom half of that conference, I find it very hard to believe that Bill Belichick is going to be successful. And when I say successful, you guys tell me what's success.
Right.
I mean, making the playoff, winning a national championship?
I don't believe he's doing either of those things.
Right. So is success getting to 8-4?
That's sort of.
I wonder what
that's
staff
kind
he
of
hires.
That's
Aren't
kind
you
of the
curious
problem,
to see
right?
what kind of coordinators he brings with him?
Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia. I already got that. Okay. I mean, doesn't he
Is
put
that
the band?
confirmed? Is that where he's going?
No, it's not confirmed.
Okay.
It's just me putting the band back together, JB.
I'm sure there's an element of that being what he wants to do, but I haven't looked at North Carolina's schedule yet. Have you? There could be some epic coaching clashes that I'll be real curious to see as early as next fall.
I haven't looked, but Bill O'Brien at Boston College, his former coach, his former assistant. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I don't know. Does North Carolina play anybody big outside of the conference?
I can tell you what their schedule is right now.
Meanwhile, the hard part for me is that when you set the standard, which is essentially the greatest of all time, it's very rare to go and do that again unless you're Phil Jackson. And that,
and by the way, you had Kobe Bryant and Shaq the second time around.
Yeah, no, and it's a different.
Then Kobe and Powell the second time around. At North Carolina, he's going to have to deal with a bunch of kids who, if they're not happy with their playing time, they're like, "Peace out, Bill. See you later."
Well, but that's to my point though, because if he doesn't achieve essentially a national championship, it's not like everyone's going to be like, "Oh, great job, Bill." You got to second place in the conference.
I mean, he's got a manageable schedule. I mean, the beginning of the season, they got TCU, who's like a decent team. Charlotte is nothing. Richmond is nothing. At UCF, I guess they're okay. At Cal, they don't even have a quarterback right now. NC State is going to be pretty good next year, I think. Clemson, obviously, Duke's better. That's a rivalry game. Stanford, Virginia.
What a terrible
at Syracuse,
schedule.
at Wake Forest.
Oh my God! Bill
Belichick. If he doesn't win 7 or 8 games, then he should retire.
But JB,
oh my God, so bad.
JB, you spent a lot of time talking to these players, and anybody from, I assume, 30 different schools thinks that their school is the best. Right, you talk to a kid from Georgia, or a kid from Ohio State, and so there's all of this pride in that, and so everybody is rooting then for Belichick to fail.
Yep.
Right at this, right? Like you don't get to come into college football and think that you can just come and win there, even if he's that greatest head coach in NFL history.
Well, and he had unlimited hours in New England, And when you're dealing with 20-hour work weeks in college and as sophisticated as he wants to be and as high as his standard is, how much can he pare that down and teach?
Oh, that's a great
Like, how complex can he really be?
Well, right.
How much
You
will that
can't
grind
get
his
too
gears?
complex. And this is a system that some of the smartest guys in the sport said was too complicated at times.
I'm still blown away. Like, honestly, yesterday, 24 hours
Well,
ago.
JB nailed it, though. He's got no other options.
Well, that's just it, is that I assumed.
In the NFL, you know?
I assumed, honestly, that he was going to go coach the New York Giants. Given his relationship with the Giant organization, the Mara family.
Dude, that was 40 years ago.
It wasn't exactly 40 years ago, but either way, I just felt
35?
31?
Whatever.
28?
That's a long time.
I'm just getting my point is that there was
I mean,
a built-in relationship.
you didn't even have a man bun yet.
That is true. I didn't have a man bun at that time. It took me until about the late 90s to get that man bun. It took me a long time to grow that man bun.
That's what I'm saying. JB, you never had a man bun, I don't think. No?
It would be a humble brag if I could have ever pulled it off, but unfortunately those days are long since
For
past.
me, it's a flex. It is. It is a flex that I have. All right, I'm just shocked. I'm still sitting here in absolute shock. Bill Belichick to college football is one thing. Notre Dame, USC, Ohio State, I would get it. North Carolina, don't understand it. Neither here nor there. JB, you're a good man for hanging out with us for all this time. Don't you think, George?
Oh, he's amazing. He's always a good man.
He's a good man, period. Cappy, why do you got to qualify it?
Well, I'm just saying in this particular 15
That's
minutes.
an excellent question,
he's
Michael. Why do you have to qualify?
He's been very good in this particular 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. He's a good man.
16 now.
He's a great broadcaster and a great man.
Yep.
And a great
things-
father.
You know what? You're just great.
Yeah.
Just all around
Well,
great.
I didn't know it was an all-star cast assembled, but thank you again for the invitation, and I want Sedano to call the ACC debut of Bill Belichick. That's my new ambition
Oh, yeah.
for the
Come
fall.
on, worldwide leader. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm guessing that'll be a Chris Fowler, Joe Tessitore, or someone like that.
Who'd you say they're playing in the opening game?
TCU. So that's actually on August 30th. That's a game that will be on ABC or an ESPN, maybe, you know. So won't be me, JB, but maybe. You never know.
Well, their loss.
Exactly. Maybe that Charlotte 49ers game the following week. That one's got Sedano and ACC Network written all over
I
it.
can't wait for that production meeting.
Oh,
George.
no production meetings. Belichick's like, I'm not doing production meetings.
By the way, it literally will be the opposite of Mac Brown, who is like the nicest human being ever in all those production meetings.
You've said that before.
Right, because he's worked on this side. Well, I guess Bill has now too, but I don't feel like he's going to be as nice as Mac was in that situation. So, anyway.
Hey, Trudell, one quick follow-up before I go, if it's okay.
Please.
If the Rams hold up their end of the bargain and win the West and get a home playoff game at SoFi, there's a chance it could be the Vikings coming back to Los Angeles.
Oh, boy.
Would you step back into that arena, or would you stay away and hope for better outcomes?
No, what I 100% of stepping back. I don't believe in that kind of superstition like, oh, I went to the game and they lost. No, I am going. I've got the Randy Moss jersey on. In fact, maybe actually I did wear that last time. Maybe I go with the Justin Jefferson one this time. That would be the one superstition I would allow. But no, I would be there for sure in my purple and gold.
No, don't worry. They'll probably schedule it right up against a Lakers game here.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Like the fact that I got to go this
Keep
year
you
on
away.
that Thursday was incredible, and thank you again for that.
Anytime, especially when you deliver games like the Jared Goff at the Coliseum and the Matthew Stafford at SoFi game against the people in purple.
You're welcome.
All right, JB, thanks, buddy.
Have a good rest of your show, guys.
See ya. There he is.
JB Long. Touchdown LA.
Class act.
Yes, sir. Cappy, let me tell you about my home away from home. I'll be headed there on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, LAX. Changes arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX economy parking structure now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their flight faster? And a new facility will have all major rental car brands under one roof right there for your friends and family when they come to visit. And in the future, if you're local, you don't even need a car. The People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro, so you take the Metro to the Century Station, People Mover train right to your terminal, good to go. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com. Check it out at flylax.com. That's flylax.com.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Mace. There's more fun watching the NBA playing Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, new users just have to play $5 and they get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. That's code 710.
Must be 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
You're busy enough this season without having to get up on a ladder to clean out your gutters. Whether you're tired of unclogging gutters or don't even know what your gutters look like, it's time for a permanent solution you can depend on with LeafFilter. For the holidays, don't miss your last chance to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters during LeafFilter's most anticipated sale of the year at leaffilter.com/amber. Clogged gutters aren't just a nuisance. They can cause extensive problems like flooding, roof damage, rotting siding, foundation issues, and more. LeafFilter uses award-winning patented technology to keep out everything but water. Call today to schedule your free gutter inspection and get a no-obligation free estimate. And don't miss out on your last chance of the year to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters with LeafFilter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Schedule your free inspection at leaffilter.com/amber. That's their lowest price of the year, up to 35% off at leaffilter.com/amber. See representative for warranty details.
And it is Sedano Kap, your Wednesday afternoon. Mike Trudell in studio. On this day, back on December 11th, 1951, Joe DiMaggio announced his retirement from baseball. And on this day in 1982, the #1 hit. Yeah, Mickey. From our friend Tony Bazile. Sedano and Kap continues your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Take me by the hand. Oh, Mickey, it's so pretty you will understand. It's guys like you, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, go, Mickey, go, Mickey. You break my heart, Mickey.
Do I have to even say it? Do I even need to say it?
D know nothing about no Mickey, man.
DeAndre, he ain't know nothing about no Mickey.
He knows Mickey Mouse.
Exactly. I don't know no Mickey, man.
DeAndre, I know this song, and it sucks. Sorry.
He looked it up yesterday, and he's
great.
like, oh, man, talk about a one-hit wonder.
What was her name? Tony what? Tony something or other?
Tony something.
The
Tony Bazile?
The beat isn't
Tony
terrible, but the only reason it's a big song is just because it's weird. It's unique, and just like the Mickey. There's no. It's
Tony
not a
Basil.
great song.
But she also had a video that went with
Yes,
this where she was
that's
in like this little
probably-
short skirt
yes.
and
She was
like
a cheerleader.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably half the reason why it blew up, right?
Okay,
It
so
was a good
I
video.
never saw that, but that was that like early MTV days?
Yeah, it was probably in the early 80s, I'd say.
Song came out in 82.
Yeah, definitely early 80s
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I was born in 81.
Oh, really?
There you go.
So you weren't watching like what was the VJ's name? JJ Jackson. You weren't watching Martha
Quinn.
Kurt Loder was my first.
Kurt Loder.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was my
MTV
first guy.
News.
How about Nina Blackwood?
No, she's too old.
You know who I was always at?
For Trudell.
I always had the hots for her, and I still have the hots for her today.
Yeah.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
You know that British
She
accent?
still looks so great. She was in the Milli Vanilli doc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember? She's the one who busted that thing wide open.
I don't know. She's also got like a channel on Sirius where she does, she's just a DJ.
Yeah, she's great.
And I hear her now, and I'm like, girl, I still get down.
Remember, she said that she like went on the tour with them, or they were doing like an MTV co-tour that Milli Vanilli was on, and she was there when they got caught lip syncing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was good.
Cappy, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Because I know you're big into Coach Prime Shador, Travis Hunter. You've been like following the Colorado story very closely.
I love Coach Prime. I did. There was a time earlier
you
this season.
You got down on him.
I got really down on Shador. It was after the Colorado
You were
State
crushing
game.
him.
I freaking hated him for that week.
Yeah.
Because it was the Colorado State game.
Yeah.
And Colorado State, they're a little guy, and Colorado's now become a big guy. And Shador's got the watches and the NIL money and the fame and everything else. And the guys from Colorado State were like trying to pump themselves up. They were trying to be their own hype men.
Yeah.
And then they got their asses handed to them. And the quarterback from Colorado State, who we have no idea what his name is, he wants to just be a good sport after the game. Hey, man, congratulations. Good for you. And Shador, of course, terrible sport. Hell nah. You ain't talking to me like that. You ain't talked to me all week like that and come over here and shake my hand. I'm like, oh, Shador, come on, my man. Be a good sport, bro. You just won the game. So I was very down on Coach Prime in Colorado for a short period of time, but I'm back on the bandwagon.
You were back. So Travis Hunter, do we have the audio of Travis Hunter? So Travis Hunter was asked about should he be the number 1 pick in the draft to the Raiders, who currently have the number 1 pick. And yes, Raider fan, we're going to talk about you, but it's not in the way we've been talking about you most of the season, even though we actually forgot you existed the last couple of weeks because it just hasn't been worth talking about you the last couple of weeks. But now we're back to talking about you because you could have the number 1 pick in the draft. And Travis Hunter was asked, you or Shador, pick number 1. And here's what Travis said.
They definitely should take me, but I got a strong feeling they're going to take a quarterback, so I'm not going to be mad. As long as it's me or Shador, I'm good with it.
I mean, he's the best overall player, but they desperately need a quarterback. There's no question about that.
He's the best overall college football player, but does that mean he's the best NFL prospect?
He is a lockdown corner, I think, in the mold of Patrick Surtain right away.
But is he a defensive back exclusively in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he's going to probably play. I'm not saying that on like certain third downs or some gimmicky stuff or package stuff he may play receiver because Deion did some of that. But I think he's a corner in the NFL.
But I saw today ESPN had I think it was Dan Orlovsky and I can't remember the Field Yates. I think maybe is his name.
who was a scout for many years.
And I think they were doing like a projected draft, right? So they had the Raiders with the number 1 overall. No, excuse me. The Giants had the number 1 overall pick. Giants taking Shador Sanders. Raiders with the number 2 overall pick, and they were going to take Cam Ward, the quarterback from Miami. And I'm trying to remember who they had 3, but by the time they got to 4, it was New England.
Oh yeah,
and New England was going to take
Travis Hunter was 3 actually.
But if New England took Travis Hunter, what position does he play?
I think you put him with Gonzalez, and all of a sudden you've got some of the best young cornerback tandem in the league.
But I think that for New England,
how about that knowledge?
It's very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
But
By the way, do you know where Gonzalez played before Oregon?
I don't. I was going to say Oregon. I didn't know that because I only knew he went to Oregon.
Yeah.
But I would say this, that New England is going to draft a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So if they draft this kid, Travis Hunter, my guess is they'd be drafting him as a wide receiver. They're not drafting a defensive back at number 3.
I mean, I don't know. He's that good.
Well, he's that good, but that's not what they need.
There have been some top 5 defensive backs.
I'm not saying that he. Oh no.
You're saying they draft for need. I think first round you draft for talent. I don't think you draft for need in the first round in any draft.
You guys are missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
No, you're saying they don't need a DB. I get it.
And by the way, everybody needs a DB. But what they need primarily is
a receiver.
Number 1 wide receiver.
Right. But there's not a good number 1 wide receiver.
They got to get Drake May help.
The good news is about receivers though is you can get like basically a number 1 receiver in the second round sometimes too. Like there are more and more great receivers, especially as these kids are growing up and they're like, oh wait, so running backs don't get paid anymore, receivers do.
And Cincinnati's probably going to trade one of their receivers, so you can make a deal there.
Well, listen, you guys got to understand something. You're talking to a brand new New England Patriots fan.
Well, not that brand new. It's been the whole season.
It's been one full season. This is my first season as a New England Patriots fan.
I mean, is your guy in trouble? I mean, there's chatter that the coach may be in trouble.
Well, we hope not.
Yeah.
Listen, it really just depends. Like if the owner is really ready to say, hey, look, we fired Belichick and we had a succession plan, but we don't have the guts to see it through because we're getting beat up in the media every day. You either let the media dictate to you what you're going to do with your coach and your coaching staff, or you shield yourself from the media and all the criticism, because you got to remember Boston's a different world.
Oh, I know.
These guys,
I told you I drove in that one time and they were killing your boy.
Yeah.
You have the step usually of the GM to scapegoat as well, Who's the GM in New England now?
It's Elliot Wolf. Elliot Wolf was he is Ron Wolf's son.
Yeah.
And so he grew up in the Green Bay Packer organization.
Okay.
And he's the general manager.
Does he have any juice with Kraft? Or is he kind of expendable too?
He's also in his first year.
Okay.
So I would say if I had to guess, Bob Kraft, I don't know how we got onto this, but Bob Kraft is if I had to guess.
Well, we're
he'll hold
talking
firm.
about Shador and Hunter.
Did you see Shador Sanders driving by the Raiders stadium?
Yeah.
And he had this video.
Yeah.
Like, I plan on playing here next year as the Raiders.
Listen, if
quarterback.
you're a Raider fan, you should be hoping that it's him.
Yeah, but
I mean, either Cam or him, either one.
I'd take either one.
Yeah. You need a quarterback.
Desperately.
You can't compete with Aiden O'Connell anymore.
You also probably.
I mean, and by the way, I don't mean to be mean because he just got hurt, but like Aiden O'Connell, Desmond Ridder, whatever, Gardner Minshew, you can't play with those guys in this division.
But in that division, in the AFC West, and you're right, by the way, we've stopped talking about the Raiders 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Well,
They've
because
been
it's
impossible.
just pointless.
Well, they've just become invisible. They also better get a new head coach.
They do need a new
You
head coach.
cannot be in the AFC West and have Andy Reid, who, the Bundaluski. Oh, the Bundaluski. Oh, Bundaluski. That is the dumbest freaking commercial of all time, and every time I see it, I hate it.
Well, you hate it because you don't believe he's actually that nice because he was mean to you.
He's just mean in general, and he's like paranoid, and he's presenting himself as like this sweetheart fun guy when he ain't a sweetheart fun guy. Okay, you got Andy Reid, you have Sean Payton, you have Jim Harbaugh. You can't have Antonio Pierce. Bundaluski.
All right, coming up next, Cappy, we're going to do Radio Tinder. Trudell's in the house, but tell us about Seller's Advantage.
Mike Trudell, might you be contemplating selling the crib?
Well, if I were going to, I'm curious what you're going to tell me I should do.
I'm going to tell you that you should get a no-obligation offer with Seller's Advantage, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS. That phone number is 888-390-2747, and the website is sellersadvantage.com. The reason I mention it is this. See, when you go to try and sell your house, especially right now, this is not the time of year to be selling a house. But if you were going to try, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't want to sit on it. I don't want to have to lower the price. I don't want to have to fix it up. I don't want people trouncing through. The thing about Seller's Advantage is they make you a competitive cash offer. That means no repairs. It means they can close in days. There's no complicated closing process. Contracts aren't falling through. They'll even give you $10,000 to move. Like, pack your crap and let's go. So if you want to sell your house fast and not have to put any money into it, let's talk to Seller's Advantage, 888-390-2747, 888-390-AS-IS, or sellersadvantage.com.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the sheep sleeps tonight. Oh, in the jungle.
It just isn't the same without the lion. Join the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance today. Visit sdzwa.org.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
If it's hot, it's at GNC, and we bring you the best new stuff first. GNC has this winter's newest in weight loss, muscle building, and wellness, and the best energy drink flavors anywhere. If it's at the top of your feed, it's already at GNC. Ask a GNC coach about the newest drops from Rise, Mutant, Alani Nu, Drip Drop, and more at your local GNC store, or shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. If it's hot, it's at GNC. Live well.
4:36, Sedano and Kap on a Wednesday. Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme.
Magnum.
Of course, we use it in the open every day. On this day, well, actually tomorrow, December 12th, back in 1980, Magnum P.I. featuring Tom Selleck with that beautiful mustache and gun. He had a nice gun in that attention. Premiered on CBS. Was he a detective or was he a cop?
He was a detective, I believe.
I don't know what he was.
It's like a private eye.
He drove the old school Ferrari, though.
Yeah.
And what was his guy's name? The black dude who drove the helicopter? TC.
Yeah, TC. And then what was it Watson was the other guy's name?
Yeah, it was like the old white guy.
Yeah.
Who was like the butler.
I think his name was Watson.
Was Selleck the one that was Monica's older boyfriend and friend?
And yes, he was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Founded in the city of Downey.
Just like me.
Just like me. Playing golf with Craig Cartosian on Saturday. Can't wait. At
Good.
Black Gold.
Nice. Get it done, will you?
I'm going to try. Take it away, Benny.
That's kind of what that sounded like. All right, guys. So Megan Fox is, quote, done with Machine Gun Kelly after reportedly discovering that he was talking to other women behind her back.
It is a final.
According to Page 6, when the couple went away for the Thanksgiving holiday, she became suspicious and decided to go through his phone. She apparently found text messages involving other women and decided she's done. So have you, or would you, ever go through your significant other's phone? Swipe left or swipe right? Cappy, you go first.
Swipe right.
That's a loaded question.
You would go through her phone?
But
Rachel's phone?
Yeah, but
you guys also have that geotag stuff with each other, right?
Well, let me just say this.
Where she knows where you are all the time?
Yeah, let me say this.
Sounds like it's going to take a while.
No, because
time of possession.
Time of possession.
Well, then, where are we on time of possession? Reese, if you can give us an update on time of possession.
Well, and while you're doing that, he actually is putting his hand up to clear out almost right now too.
I love it.
That?
Yeah, Reese, time of possession.
All right, Cappy. You are at 22 minutes. Sedano is at 12:30. This is with reads, though. I'm going to subtract the reads at the end.
This is so good.
This is so
Don't
bad.
you love Reese? He's awesome.
It's a natural.
No, he is.
He's a natural.
Because he's not trying to be anything other than Reese.
Yeah,
I like Reese.
Let me just say one thing
And
about
by the way, look at his
being in
hair.
the phones.
As a man who used to have great hair, he's got beautiful hair.
Mm-hmm. He sure does.
Go ahead, Captain.
Enjoy that, Reese.
I will gladly give my phone to Rachel. She knows my code to get in. She can have it, and she can hold it, and she can go through every text if she wants. by the same token, she could give me her phone.
No, it's not. That's not the question, though.
That's not happening.
My point is this:
Rachel's not giving you her phone.
What's your point?
My point is that I would never go through somebody's phone.
No, right. Okay, well,
behind
then you're
their back.
swiping left.
What I'm saying is, here's my phone. I have nothing to hide.
Right. No, I would agree with that. But you're what Lindsay is. Correct me if I'm wrong. The question you're asking is if you would take it unbeknownst to them.
Would you ever go through her phone?
Like if you
oh,
had
I'm
a
suspicious.
suspicion about something.
Right, unbeknownst to her,
Yeah.
would you take the phone? That is the question.
Currently,
No,
answer
no.
no.
Right.
Previously, answer yes.
So you
As
have
in your previous relationship.
Correct.
Oh, well, that's different. I mean, there's a reason, you were in a court battle for 6 years or whatever the hell it was.
So you have done it, but you'd never do it again.
Are you and Rachel still tracking each other?
Yeah, we track.
Okay.
We try. You want to know where she is right
She's
now?
like,
You
why
should
are
turn
you
it.
with
No,
Chris
turn
Morales
yours
so
off just to see how long it takes her to ask you.
Oh, we
about
did
it.
that once.
I know.
Don't
I
you
know.
remember?
You
It's
get
been
an
a
alert.
while.
You
Right.
get an alert.
It was funny.
Why you turn that? Your
I
phone
remember she
off?
texted
Yeah.
you very
It
quickly
was
when we did
probably
it
not
that
even
one day.
10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so go, now it's your turn, George.
No, swipe left. There's no reason to. It is what it is. You trust somebody or you don't. It's very simple.
Chris?
I had an ex that went through my phone nightly, it seemed like. I would wake up to so who's so-and-so? And I'm like, oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Nah, boy.
But I would not now. There's no reason to. And honestly, here's the thing. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. So if you trust them and you love them, then you're fine. If you're going through phones, that's a problem at this point.
Yes.
Go find somebody else.
You're too old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, swipe left too. I mean, Andy and I have each other's passwords, but if I just walked in the room and I saw her on my phone without her being like, "Hey, can I see your phone? I need to do this," then that creates larger questions.
Now, if you walked in and you saw there was a text and you couldn't see it, but it was locked and you just saw Scott Kaplan, would you follow up with her like, "Hey, why is Scott Kaplan
Why is Cappy
texting
texting you?
You know, particularly with how much he does and how enthusiastically he does the Real Father's Rights read, that would concern me because, is he introducing this concept to her? That would make me concerned.
Let me ask everybody one other follow-up question.
Real quick, because I got to
you,
do something.
Would you give me your phone and let me look through your pictures?
No.
Sure.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't care. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'd have to check.
There's a lot of pictures of Mateo and my
Here's
kids.
why.
There's
I
a
mean, I'm
couple
just
I
saying,
have of my wife that I'd have to put in it, but outside of that, yes.
Wait, what about DeAndre? I want to know
Trudell's
the
on
answer.
the road. I mean, he needs
Yeah.
some pictures.
What about DeAndre?
Thank you,
DeAndre,
Chris.
would you let me hold your phone and go through your pictures?
Nah.
See?
Last night, Bergman,
I got a picture of Bronny here I took when I was doing that G League game.
That's hot. Last night, me and Bergman were at dinner, and he gave me his phone. I'm like, "You're going to let me swipe through your pictures?" He goes, "Yeah, I have nothing to hide." He goes, "Let me see your phone." I go, "Oh, no. No. You can't see my phone and swipe through my pictures."
Can't see my phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got to put extra light on it.
Let's switch phones, bro. let's share phones with each other. I'll give you mine. You give me yours. Let me see your phone. And you can see my pictures. I'll see your pictures.
Cappy's kind of a nosy person, huh, George?
I don't know if you want to see.
Oh
those.
my God!
No,
he's
I
a
do want to
yenta.
see him.
I see him.
Yeah. You want to see mine for sure. Yeah, you do.
Like that lady that texted you randomly out of nowhere.
Look at this lobster I had.
Oh, that's a nice.
It's amazing.
That's a nice bug.
Yeah, if you remember
DeAndre's got a picture
the
of a lobster on
spam
his
text
phone.
you got, you were like, "Hey."
Right.
Oh, this was at Skates in Berkeley.
Hey, nice,
really
nice
good.
lobster.
Yeah.
All right. So after 40...
By the way, this segment brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right at Tequila Mandala, award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. Go ahead, Linz, one more.
All right, so after 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel created a little bit of a stir with a social media post which said, quote, "Not struggling at all, just not getting the ball." He then deleted the post. So then in the 49ers locker room yesterday, Deebo acknowledged to reporters that he's frustrated, and he said, "You read what you read. I'm a little frustrated for sure." So I have two questions here. One, do you think it's okay for players to tweet like frustrations with their team, like dirty laundry, whatever you want to call it? And then two, does deleting a tweet make it worse? George, you go first.
Does deleting a tweet make it worse?
Yeah, start off with the first one, though. Do you think it's okay for them to tweet their frustrations?
I don't think it's the... I look, everyone's done it at some point or another. I still don't think it's a productive way to do it. I guess if you're deleting it, you've clearly acknowledged that's also the answer to that question, right?
Well, I don't know. I feel like if you put it out there, you keep it out there. Like deleting
No,
it
but
probably
what I'm
makes it
saying
worse.
is tweeting through it is probably not the way to do it, okay?
Right.
And then if you delete it, you have certainly acknowledged that that you shouldn't be tweeting through it per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't delete it.
We're now all going through our pictures on our phones to find out what's inappropriate. And Chris just found a picture of me and him making out.
There was
it's the picture from
there was food in between your mouths.
It's the the
Manuel Ramirez.
Okay, that was not the glizzy.
No, this is the taco.
Okay, yeah.
Lindsay, I suppose it depends on the subject matter, but if it's a wide receiver complaining that he doesn't get the ball enough, that's just sort of every NFL wide receiver, and it doesn't really bother me at all. The whole thing with the Eagles, on the other hand, which I assume you guys talked about earlier this week.
We haven't, but that's a good one.
That gets to a little different level when one teammate is speculating that his quarterback and wide receiver, there's something with that relationship. That is the one where, okay, now everybody's going to get asked about it all week. That's a little trickier than, hey, throw the receiver the ball a little more.
My answer, swipe left. You should never be airing out your teammates on Twitter, number one. And number two, when you delete that tweet, you're pretty much admitting your guilt.
Right.
Deebo Samuel has had a horrendous year. That guy...
He's ruined my fantasy team.
Seriously, that guy... Me too. Every week he does nothing. He's completely unproductive.
You're like, oh, this is the week.
Guy's killing me.
You couldn't have taken him to ruin the team.
I spent like 35.
Fourth-round pick?
I spent like $35
on
on
my team.
him.
I'll show you my team. The guy's killing me.
He's the second most money on my team.
Draft a little better.
Well, I should. There's no doubt about it. But I wasn't in a draft. I was in an auction.
Oh, an auction.
And it's very hard to do that.
He was a top 7 wide receiver. So I disagree.
What else you got? Oh, you got the bunny. You got the bunny on the phone.
Yeah. All right, that's Radio Tinder. Cappy, let's talk some Prize Picks here. Listen, here's the deal. Cappy's got me in on Prize Picks. We've been doing it now for months together. And the reality is this. If you want sports action in the state of California, it's the place to go, okay? It's very simple. Download the PrizePicks app to your phone. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. When you make your first $5 play, you get a $50 bonus. And, Cappy, you can win up to what? Is it 1,000 times your money right now?
All right, let me tell you a quick story here, and I'll be brief. We have a guy by the name of Mason Ulvis.
We got a guy.
Mason is a gentleman, George, who works for ROI Media. ROI Media represents Prize Picks, and that's who we work with here at the radio
Return
station.
on investment.
Okay?
Yeah.
Mason sends me this note. He goes, Cap, you got to start promoting on the air that you can win 1,000 times your money. So Mason found a play. You ready for this? It's a power play, $10 play to win $10,000.
That's ridiculous.
So he gave me like all these plays. Do you know who any of these people are?
Who?
Brandon Podziemski. Do you know who that is?
Come on, man.
Podziemski.
Yeah, him.
Plays for the Warriors.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, he plays for the Warriors too.
Dyson Daniels.
Yes, he plays for Atlanta.
Now, OG Anunoby, now him I know.
Yeah, for the Knicks.
And then Jawan Jennings and George Hill tomorrow night.
Say the first name again.
Is it OG?
No, say the one that starts with a P.
Is it Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
Just say the last name again.
Pojawaski?
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, 6 plays, $10 to win 10,000. You can now multiply your money on Prize Picks by 1,000 times. What you know about that?
What I know is that you can do it.
Yeah.
And you can do it all night long if you do it on Prize Picks, okay? Go to Prize Picks, download the app, use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you $50 bonus. You can win up to 1,000 times your money, as Cappy illustrated. Prize Picks, run your game.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Sellers Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Sellers Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Cut to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
All right, welcome back.
I'm waiting for them to finish.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, December 12th, back in 1970, the #1 hit. You're hearing it here, Smokey and the Miracles. The Tears of the Clown, Jack.
Yeah, this is probably the best track that we've had so far today.
You don't think Oh Mickey was a great song?
Nope.
Oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey, hey Mickey.
It's Oh Mickey. No, Hey Mickey, you're right. So
Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is.
Good job, Smokey. So it had a good color to it, huh, Mike?
I was just saying I saw a
think I was
photo.
gonna bring it up?
I saw a photo that I didn't want to see one time, and that's and let's just leave
And
it.
this is
leave
how
it at that.
Trudell described it. Had a good color.
Yeah, decent color.
Very nice.
Oh, man. Trudell needs to
Sedano
become...
Kap continues right now.
He needs to become part of the off-air, you know what I mean, the commercial break show. Let's hear real Trudell, unfiltered Trudell.
Raw Trudell.
Right, yes, uncensored, if you will. Raw dogging, if you will. You understand what I'm saying?
I think everybody understands.
Okay, all right.
Could you ever raw dog a fight, which is this new viral sensation going around?
What's that mean?
That you don't, do anything.
Oh, right.
You just stare straight ahead?
Nah.
No,
I couldn't do that.
I just don't. What do you get with the end of the day? You get to say that you raw dogged it.
You get to tweet or post on your social media.
That's ridiculous. How about I learned something or enjoyed something instead?
Yeah,
of getting it.
Don't waste your time on a flight just looking straight forward. That seems ridiculous.
No.
Although
I'd
I
also
will-
think you were like postal or something.
I will say that I've been using an Audible. You guys ever use the Audible for books? To me,
Yeah, I mean, you could also just go to Apple and download it there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's the first time I've ever used it. I've never listened to a book. I've always read a book. And then people are like, well, why don't you use this Audible? And I'm like, okay. So I got this book. You ready for this? 14 hours.
And that's a long time.
14-hour book.
Yeah, but you can double speed it and do.
I don't
7
want to
hours.
double speed it.
Oh, this is the other thing. It
Why
used
not?
to drive me crazy about Trudell when he was here before. Because he would always, oh, man, I listen to a double speed. Stop. You're so busy that you got to listen to a double speed. He would always come into the morning show. Hey, heard the first hour, double speed. I used to get really annoyed with you. Oh, did I hate you back then?
You know what?
Scumbag.
I don't remember much about you from back then, so I'm just glad you're
we
thinking
didn't-
about it.
No, we didn't really interchange that much.
Well, one of us made an impression.
Hey, man, was listening on the way in, double speed. Yeah, double speed. How'd that work
Scumbag.
Just trying to help Cappy out.
He's just being efficient.
You know?
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Cappy.
Yo.
I know that we're going to do our picks against the spread because today's our Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
But Lindsay found this story about the Kelsey brothers just absolutely salivating over Justin Herbert.
Oh, really?
Talking about how great he is. Do we have audio of that, Lindsay, or no?
Sure. Let me play that for you.
Yeah, let me hear that.
Division game, man. Division on the line against a really good Chargers team. You can't tell me that Justin Herbert isn't one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, man.
Dude, he's balling this year. He's had some games. He can sling that pill.
I mean, he's balling every year.
It feels like with Harbaugh getting there, it feels like some of that swagger's back with that team.
You know, you can sling that pill. You know, that's football talk. Is what that. Let me ask you a question. What do the Kelsey brothers know about football anyway? These two guys. Come on, man. What are you saying to me, George?
I'm just saying is that you have been very anti the worm turning this year.
That's right.
And everyone's jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh, really?
Including guys who know football, who have forgotten more football than you and I will ever know.
Well, listen.
Wait, really quick. We forgot to play this nugget from Jim Harbaugh's post.
Oh, the other day, where he quoted like a famous general or something like that. Yeah.
Something.
Reminded of Sir Andrew Barton.
Oh, there you go, Sir Andrew Barton.
Fight on, my men, Sir Andrew said. I'm a little wounded but not slain. I'll lay down and bleed a while, and we'll rise and fight again.
Anybody know who Sir Andrew Barton is?
Fight on, my men.
He was a Scottish sailor, if I recall correctly, reading about it the other day.
From Leith.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe it was pronounced Life. I don't know.
Or Leif.
Maybe.
Yeah. Fight on, my men.
Sir Andrew Barton was a Scottish sailor.
There you go.
From back in 1511.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Jim, really?
Yeah.
Like, at what point in your life did your father say that to you in some other football post-game speech that you're just now regurgitating to the rest of the
Wow. You're saying he's ripping off material from Jack?
I'm saying he's reutilizing, regurgitating.
Well, he's allowed to.
Yeah, you are actually saying he's ripping off material. Yes.
I'm saying that he's using his father's material. Hey, listen.
I'll lay down and bleed a while, and we'll rise and fight again.
Yes, we will.
What if you bled for a while? We'd save you, Cappy.
I had a nosebleed a couple days ago, and I bled for a long time. It was horrible. I had a hangnail. I bit off like a cuticle. I bled like a mother effer. You know what I mean? I had a bug bite. I had a scab. I picked it. I was bleeding like you don't even know.
Well,
What's
Cappy,
wrong with you?
I have some advice about stopping nosebleeds.
Oh,
if you
tell
want.
me.
You want to talk off air?
Oh, sure, please.
Or, well, you want on air?
I don't care.
Well, I mean, just look. A lot of people think that when you get
Cappy
the nosebleed,
doesn't do off air.
Yeah,
and
I
also,
do all my business on air.
for what it's
Well-
worth, if you ever say like not for air, it doesn't matter.
Well, I just didn't know how interested George was going to be in this, but like you don't want to stick something in to the nose. That's only going to irritate it and keep the process going. You simply need to hold the outside for an extended period of time like that. Yes. And then and if you do anything, you can dab at the blood in the bottom, but
mean
do
like
not
this?
shove. Do not
no
shove
shoving.
anything up in there. All that's going to do is encourage future
Yeah,
further
break more
bleeding.
capillaries
White
and
guys,
things like
they
that.
don't get it. They don't get it, DeAndre. Only you and me get it. You know what I mean? When he said you dab, and then I just dropped a Cam Newton on him. Me and Trudell had no idea.
Well,
what
no,
did.
in fact, I was looking over at George because he agreed with me at that point, so I missed the dab, even though it was right in my face.
Yeah.
That was a fad that went away about 6 years ago.
No, I still
Longer
use it.
than that, I would say.
I still use it. I still use the dab. Anyway, let me just say one thing about Justin Herbert. He's a great quarterback.
Yeah, bless you.
Is this news to everybody?
Yeah, but they're saying the thing that you don't want to hear, which is the Chargers are on the come up.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. In Justin Herbert's career, here's the facts. He's had a ton of yards, a lot of touchdowns, and he's had one playoff appearance, and he was up 27-0.
Yeah, but now he's got Harbaugh.
Correct. And he had junior varsity coaches back then.
Yeah.
And now he's got a legitimate coach.
Right.
And so now the question will be, can the Chargers get over? Because if you look at their schedule, they've won the games they're supposed to win. They've lost against playoff contenders. Those are the facts. So the Kelsey brothers can say, sling the pill and sound really cool, but I'm still going to hate. Hater gonna hate.
Good one.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought it was relevant because of the Kelsey brothers. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree. Can't everyone acknowledge though that like the how the Chargers had to go about this season? They knew like they couldn't quite afford to keep some of the vets and some of their skill players that you need. Right?
They have no skill players. They're $50 million over the cap.
Yeah, and so like we knew it was going to be somewhat of a like let's get Harbaugh in, get the systems. I think they've overachieved.
No question.
Right? And everything once they do get some skill guys in, which will happen next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a chance for a great run here.
I would agree with that.
Please
and you know what I'm going to do when they get 10 wins? I'm going to send Jim Harbaugh some Bouqs. And you know what? You could do that too because you know what? I get it. Last minute Christmas shopping. I was there every year, December 24th, didn't know what to do. And you know what? You can just get people some flowers. They love flowers. Flowers are a perfect gift for the holiday season, okay? And here's the thing. You don't have to worry about like going somewhere to get it because you can just go to Bouqs.com. use the promo code ESPN, get 25% off, okay? Tell them your boy Sedano sent you, or Mason, or whoever here at 710. And they'll take care of you because you can pick the date, you pick the bouquet, and it'll get sent. You sent one to mom, you sent one to abuela, you sent it to your wifey, your significant other, your tia, your sister, whoever. They all love flowers. Everybody loves flowers. I'd take some flowers, all right? And Bouqs is special because their flowers are sourced fresh, okay? I mean, directly from the best flower farms. They last way longer. They even have flowers that grow on the freaking side of a volcano, okay? I'm not even joking about that. Perfect for people who have everything. Get them a beautiful bouquet from Bouqs. Bouqs is short for bouquets. And again, 25% off with the promo code ESPN. Go to Bouqs.com, Bouqs.com. Promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's Bouqs.com, promo code ESPN. Bouqs, promo code ESPN.
Cars for kids.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon.
And we want to buy your house.
Let Seller's Advantage show you how we can give you more.
No fees, no commissions, and no repairs. Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days.
Check out our Google reviews.
And call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com. I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons, and we want to buy your house.
If you're considering selling your home for any reason, let Seller's Advantage show you a better way to sell your home.
With no agent fees, no commissions, no hassles, and no repairs.
Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days. We don't just promise more, we deliver a much better customer experience.
Check out our Google reviews and see how.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com for free, no obligation cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Travelers' time and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California.
It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing, thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney. Visit realfathersrights.com or call 951-482-7517. Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this?
And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Come on, Mike.
30 minutes commercial free, sucker.
Can I make a statement to start at the top of the 5 o'clock hour?
Sure.
I feel like this is something that needs to be said.
Okay.
One of the all-time great members of the Circle of Trust is a gentleman by the name of David 100.
Yes.
David 100 is right now part of our live YouTube chat, but he's in recovery at the hospital, and he's still under anesthesia.
Oh, no.
Because of the lower back surgery that my man had. So, David 100, you know.
I hope you feel better, buddy.
You know you're one of my all-time favorites, my brother.
Yeah.
Get better, get back, And we'll see you out there, man. So everybody send love to David100 in the live YouTube chat.
I'm sending love because I had a spinal fusion surgery, low back, in 2004, and that's not a great one to have. So he'll be in the hospital for a little bit. So hang in there, man.
Yeah, he's a great dude. This is a guy who used to be an LAPD cop, got hurt on the job in a chase. You know, like we all think these chases are fun to watch and stuff on TV. Not so fun when you're an LAPD cop and you get hurt in one of those chases. And so he's now a security expert, but a former LAPD officer and a guy who got hurt on the job, and now he's dealing with this back problem, and he just had back surgery. And David, we're glad you're here today, listening and part of the community as always. We appreciate you, buddy.
I would agree. By the way, the poll on ESPN LA that we started with is the Bill Belichick to UNC Tar Heels a big deal to you? 74.3% say no.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
All right. I'm with you, folks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm personally fascinated.
It's a fun. It's a good thing. Like I'm not saying it's not fun to talk about and just and everything, but like doesn't impact our lives that much.
Yeah,
not a ton.
No, I guess I'm just fascinated because you brought up, Mike. You said, hey, well, if Phil Jackson, who I consider to be the greatest basketball coach of all time, if Phil Jackson decided a year after leaving the NBA, hey, you know what? I actually want to get back into coaching, but nobody wants to give me an NBA job. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go take what I'll call a mid-major college coaching job. Because to me, that's what North Carolina is.
Well, I don't know about that. Come on, man. Don't be ridiculous.
It's a little bigger than that.
North Carolina is not a mid-major coaching job in basketball.
No, in football.
No, but they're not that in football either.
No, well, here's what I'm trying to say. Look, when you think about the
they
biggest
play in a
brands,
Power 4 conference. Listen, if there was ever if the SEC ever plucked teams from the ACC, they would pluck North Carolina. They would.
Why is that?
Because they're a historic school. The oldest rivalry in the South is not Auburn and Alabama. It's North Carolina, Virginia. North Carolina has actual history in all sports.
Answer to your question, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
North Carolina, Virginia. But what I'm saying is when I say mid-major, here's what I mean. Look, I don't mean mid-major as in Fresno State.
Like they're not a traditional powerhouse.
Right. They're not Ohio
They're
State.
always a top 30, 40 team,
Right,
though.
but listen, just hear me out for a second.
Yeah.
Here's Ohio State and Michigan and Notre Dame and USC and by the way, USC is just a brand. It's not like they're great. Oregon, okay? Alabama, Georgia, they're not amongst that. So when you think of Fresno State, or here's a better example, Boise State. Boise State is a mid-major, right? But they've kind of crashed the party this year. Indiana is very much a mid-major. It's just that Indiana plays in a power conference, but they've always been a bottom feeder in a power conference. So what I'm saying is that North Carolina football has never been a powerhouse team. They've produced NFL talent.
They've never, right. They're not a top 10 type team on a regular basis.
So we get what you're saying. Yeah,
right.
semantics,
So if Phil Jackson left the Lakers, took a year off, and then went and coached at Boise State, we'd all be like, what the hell is he doing? That's how I feel about Belichick.
The qualifier.
I don't think those things are equivalent, but go ahead.
The qualifier I should have given for Phil, though, too. Phil right now is 79. So he was not even 60 at the time. And Belichick now is 72. So there's a difference there, too.
Yeah.
Just in sort of the age and how fresh and how sharp Phil was at the time
when
he came to the
But
Lakers.
if you would have told me that Bill Belichick took the Ohio State job or the Notre Dame job, I'd be like, yeah, I understand. They're one of the biggest brands in college football. North Carolina is not that. So for me, Bill Belichick taking this particular job
I get that
is
part
fascinating.
of it. It's not Notre Dame. It's not USC. Sure, I get it. But yeah, that part of it, I'm with you. But they're not Boise State.
Well, I mean, if this year Boise State would have played North Carolina in football, how do you think that game would have gone down?
This year, I don't know.
Well,
this year, North Carolina also had 3 quarterbacks get hurt. So I mean that's a bad example.
I know,
but if they would have played last year when Drake May was around, North Carolina would have whooped them.
Okay, look, it's neither here nor there. My point is that when you're Bill Belichick and you're the greatest NFL coach that we know. And listen, you might go back and say, look at Don Shula and look at his career and look at his wins. Bill Belichick
also has a pretty terrible record without Tom Brady.
Well, I've been saying that since Tom Brady left.
Saying,
no, that's a fact.
Right.
Tom Brady won. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay.
He won
a Super Bowl.
He won it.
In fairness, not many coaches have a great record without a good quarterback.
Oh, no, that's true. I'm not disputing that part of it.
Yeah.
But it's not like he had – I mean, he also had like some pretty good ones.
He did, but he also let's face it. I mean,
when he didn't have Tom Brady, he had Drew Bledsoe, who was the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Well, he's
at
also
that time.
kind of more known as the defensive guy too.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
But he was also known as a really big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And frankly, kind of at the end, the reason Tom Brady left is because of Belichick.
Correct.
You know, Belichick essentially ran him out of town. And the only way Bob Kraft was able to fire Bill Belichick, and make no mistake, he fired him.
And it took 3 years.
Right. The reason he was able to fire him ultimately was because of the losing. People inside that organization, they'll put up with his crap or his disrespect when he's winning championships. When you're losing, nobody wants to hear from you. You know, nobody wants to put up with your nonsense. So for me, I just find it very hard to believe that Bill Belichick is going to go to a school that like North Carolina, where they're probably not really in the NIL game, you know? And now you're going to go into this landscape of college football. Your best friend, Nick Saban, got out of the business.
Couldn't run away fast enough.
Because he couldn't deal with this era of college football. And Belichick thinks he's going to go in there and do something great. Here's my prediction. You ready?
Go ahead.
Belichick is to North Carolina what Herm Edwards was to Arizona State.
So you think it's that bad?
I just think it's not going to end well.
That's interesting.
Well, no, I wouldn't disagree with that. I don't think it ends well.
How's the money compared to what he was making for the Patriots? You know,
it's $10 million now. He was making close to 20 with the Patriots.
Actually, there's reports that he was making $25 million because he was both the coach and GM. $10 million. The highest paid college football coach is Kirby Smart at Georgia, $13 million and change.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Dabo Sweeney at Clemson is like $11 million and change. Steve Sarkisian at Texas is about 10 and change.
Right. So Lincoln Riley and Mario Cristobal, those guys all got 10.
So that's the other thing about Belichick.
He was probably making, half that for TV for all of the TV combined.
Probably so.
Like that.
Yeah,
he's doing fine.
Right. But that's the other thing about Belichick. If you just are a football coach,
he just wants to coach ball.
Then why the hell do you need to take $10 million from that school as opposed to, hey, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do the job for $5 million. This way I have that other $5 million that I can put into either coaching staff or you guys can find a way to put it into NIL. Why did he need to make $10 million?
Well, Cappy, this gets into a much larger combo, right, about just essentially executive pay in this country. And there are a lot of jobs where dudes could just be saying, you know what, give me less than that and I'll either give more back to the employees or we'll give this certain percentage of it to charity. But it doesn't happen too often where people that can make more money just opt against it.
Fair point. But Bill Belichick is a guy who chances are has hundreds of millions of dollars of net worth.
Yeah, so the principle of it, not disagreeing at all. We just don't see it happen too often, right? In the world, people kind of like, what's your now? Let's say that ESPN, Morales was in here earlier and talking about how the value that you bring, Cappy, the ads that you pull in. Mm-hmm. What if they said, you know what, Cappy, we so love what you do here, we're gonna quadruple your salary. Would you be like, you know what, money's actually pretty good now, guys, and I'm going to be.
Does he know who he's talking
I'm
to?
going to be fine.
Yeah. You're
am I barking up the wrong tree here?
But I will tell you this, Mike.
I don't know who I'm talking to.
Right.
Yeah, please tell me.
No, of course. If somebody said to me here, hey, you're doing a great job, we want to quadruple your money, I'd be like, great, let's do that. But I'm also not a guy who made $25 million a year for 5 or 6 years. But I will say,
that's true. False equivalency there.
But I will say this. I will tell you this.
Okay.
God, I shouldn't say this on the air. Okay, no, I'm not going to say it on the air. No, I'm actually, George, look at me. I'm editing myself. I'm censoring myself. I was just about to say something on the air that I would have said, just spewing it out.
Is this George's influence on you?
No, I just stopped myself from saying something.
Good.
I can't even say what I was about to say on the air.
Yeah, don't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
All right, good.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. I have something kind of totally random to run by you guys. Unless George,
sure, go right ahead.
Well, so there's a certain, we order pizza like once a week, right, George?
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain way to do it where you can basically get the extra large pizza and a full-size salad for, say, like $27.
Okay.
Okay, great deal. Now, sometimes if I'm out of town, or like in this case, I'm doing the radio, if you don't put that particular coupon code in, and you don't arrange it a certain way, it ends up being closer to like $45.
Right.
And sometimes the wife will do it that way. And sometimes it does take a little more effort to do the other way. Now, to me, it's not about the money per se, but the principle of that just bugs me.
Yeah, you could have saved $18.
Just a teeny bit. Yeah. Now, Cappy, is this something that I just should not even be the least bit concerned about? Or am I right to kind of fight for that little extra?
Here's what I would say.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you're going to have to deal with your wife on this, right? So you know her, you already know what her reaction is going to be if you bring it up. What do you think that reaction will be like?
Just kind of like like I know, but don't worry about it right now because there's a lot else going on around here.
Right.
At the house.
Yeah. So
which is totally fair and totally right.
Right. So,
and that's why I'm bringing it up to you.
I would just say that, you bring it up, you be like, hey, did you use the coupon? And she says no, you'd be like, oh, okay. Just kind of do one of those.
Can I just I just want to know the process of this is the $25 pizza. This is the $45 pizza. It's the exact same pizza, but I can save $20 if I do blank.
If you
Just
type
put
in a code, you would
that's it?
never.
One code?
Yeah.
But you would never.
Oh, I would.
But I'm saying like knowing
Well,
you, would
here's the
never
thing.
go through the process of it.
Yeah,
Well, how hard is it?
How hard are a lot of things that you
have? Let me tell you something, Mike Trudell. Yesterday, Lindsay Baseball here helped me book my reservations for Disneyland. Every year, my kids and I go to Disneyland on Christmas Eve. This year, we're going on the 23rd. And now, let me tell you something. The backlash that I am facing from my 4 children, who are all adults, by the way. Like, wait a second, we're supposed to go on Christmas Eve. Now you want to go on the 23rd? Yeah, I got something to do on Christmas Eve. That's ridiculous, Dad. That's bull. Anyway.
Wait, what do you got to do on Christmas Eve instead?
I got to dedicate time to the woman that I love.
Oh. So Rachel's not making the trip to Disney with you.
They're not thrilled that you've now switched them off to the 23rd.
Yeah, so this could be less about Disney and just more about sort of,
No.
hey,
Well, you just took them to
Dad,
Amsterdam.
that was our day.
There was that.
Here's my
No?
point, though.
Yeah.
No, here's my point.
Okay.
You have no idea how hard it is for somebody like me to book a trip to Disneyland.
And it's easier than it was last year. Like way easier.
Yeah.
Lindsay and George sat here like.
I mean, Lindsay did everything.
But you knew what was going on.
No, I
Like,
understand the
no
process.
problem.
Yeah, Lindsay and I have talked about this
For
as
me,
well.
I would have given up and been like, "We're not going, guys." Why not, Dad?
Lindsay saved Christmas.
Yeah.
But Cappy, wait, last year Rachel and her boys were a part of this.
Right.
But so then that didn't, I know that didn't end up happening, correct?
They did not go.
So then this year you're just like, nope, not even trying.
No, it was 2 years ago that we were going to take everybody, me, Rachel, all of our kids, 6 kids combined. Last year it was just me and my kids and Nick the Stick. Don't forget about Nick the Stick.
Oh, is he going?
Nick the Stick?
Yeah.
He's
Stick
still
is
at Oregon?
He's at Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Is he going to go to Disneyland?
No, he's not going.
Is he going to go follow the team when they're going on this run during the playoff?
I don't know. I can tell you this. My daughter who went to Boise State, all she wants to do is go to the Fiesta Bowl.
Well, go.
I may. Depends. Depends on if SMU wins.
Depends?
Yeah. I'll be wearing them as well.
I was just
Yeah,
going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we, Mike?
Talking about the 26th.
Oh, yeah. So that's the move, Mike, is that you just say, you ask her, hey, did you use the code?
Yeah.
And then that way, if she says no, he goes, oh, okay.
Well, but here's the thing. She knows that I know that she didn't use the code.
How'd she know that?
Well, because like
You
I could
saw the
see
bill on the
amount
phone,
on the credit card alert.
Oh, okay, got it.
You know
Got
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really, if I bring it up, I'm just doing in like kind of like an I told you so.
No,
And-
I think
you
the
know what
way
I'm
you
saying?
do
So
it
there's
is
nothing
like,
to be gained
it's
from
like,
that.
hey, look, why don't we do this? Just try not to forget the code, because then you can use that $20 for something else that we need.
Okay, we're getting warmer.
Yeah, I think that it's just, you reposition it.
Or how about try this as an idea?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, babe, did you use the code?
Hey,
No,
babe.
No. Hey, babe, did you use the code? Oh, no, I forgot. Give me $20. You tell her to give you $20. And then when she goes like this, she goes, what do you mean give you $20? You go, Venmo me. She goes, why do I Venmo you? Because you just wasted $20.
Well,
And
no, we share all the same account, so there's no real,
she doesn't have to Venmo you.
No.
This isn't Rachel.
Yeah. No, we're.
Does she have any cash? Can she Zelle you?
Well, again,
It's still the same
bank.
account. It's not going anywhere.
Wait, I have an idea. Why don't you then
You don't
just
have a
call
fake
the
account
pizza
for you?
place and say, hey, I forgot the code. Can you add it? My bad.
You know what, Lindsay?
That's
that-
better.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You
Lindsay-
call your wife. Yeah.
Lindsay's got some answers.
Without her knowing.
Big E just tweeted
What's
us
he
in
have
the
to say?
Sedano and Kap Circle of Trust.
What's up with
And
Big
you
E?
can be part of the Circle of Trust by going to Twitter, go to the community section, typing in Sedano and Kap in the search bar, and you can find us. I got to approve you. You got to get through the velvet rope still.
Who does?
Whoever wants to get in
To what?
to the Circle of Trust.
Oh, you have to approve them.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you going to say about Big E?
He says, saying Belichick should take less money for coaching and NIL is like asking Scott Kaplan and Sedano to take less money so the station can afford a morning show. Never happening.
No, as a matter of fact, we've been talking about moving us to the morning
Maybe.
show.
As a matter of fact, that is true. It is possible.
And
So how about that, Big E?
And Big E. And the negotiation, I didn't have to initiate it. They said, we'll give you more money.
They did?
I mean, I think so. Did I not hear
No,
that
I
right?
don't
Did I
think-
hear that
no,
wrong?
no.
Oh, maybe I misheard that.
No, you
okay.
didn't
I
hear that
thought
part
I
right.
heard somebody say we'll give you more money.
Yeah, I think he said you'd get your life back.
Oh, look! There's the guy who said it. Look over your shoulder. It was Morales. Morales was like, "We want you to go to mornings, and we're going to pay you 3 times as much." And I was like, "You know what? That's very generous." But unlike Belichick, I don't need $10 million. You can only pay me twice as much. How about that?
And Chris does have that kind of control, right?
Oh yeah, he's the boss now.
Yeah. He
Oh
has
yeah,
the,
he's in
he has the
total control of
ability
this
to
radio.
decide
He's the
There's no,
consultant.
there's
salary.
no bosses.
Oh yeah,
There are no bosses.
There's no bosses. It's the new wave of
Wait,
of
so
how
Cappy,
we work. Yeah.
if you let's say your deal's up and whatever, is Chris the person that you're sitting across from to negotiate?
I don't negotiate these contracts on my own. I don't do that. I have Clutch Sports.
He has an
handle
agent.
All of my deals.
So stupid.
I have Clutch Sports handle things for
Here
me.
he comes.
All right, here.
Chris, I was just curious, like if Cappy's up, right? Are you the person that he would sit across from to negotiate?
I told him Rich Paul does all my talking for me. Me and LeBron, we got the same guy.
Chris is plugging in. Hold on, folks.
What is wrong with you?
Which part?
Honestly.
What? The part about how Bill Belichick doesn't need to make $10 million a year? That part?
You couldn't hit the dumb button?
What do you want me to do?
For what? About how you offered me 3 times as much money to move to mornings?
No.
That's not true.
No.
All right,
he
I
said you get your.
misunderstood.
If we're being honest, he said you get your life back.
I misunderstood what you were saying then.
Why are you saying this on the air?
I thought you said that you'd offer me 3 times as much money to
I
go to
didn't,
mornings.
but why are we talking about this?
Well, somebody tweeted about it.
Because Trudell brought it up.
What was the tweet?
Well, no, it was about the Belichick. Like,
Yeah, they said
Cappy
because Cappy said that
yeah.
Belichick should have saved money for NIL and take less salary, and the guy said that's like us taking less to have so the station could have a morning show.
Yeah,
and I said they actually offered me 3 times as much to move to
And
the
then
morning.
Cappy-
That's not what you said.
Okay,
I
I
heard that part.
misunderstood. I
And
misunderstood.
then Cappy said, "Well, they actually did offer this the morning show," and then he said,
No offer was made.
Oh, I thought last night you made the offer.
I did not.
Oh, that was just when you told me I could have some of your tri-tip.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that was
"You
different.
meant his steak."
No,
What
it
is
was
wrong-
tri-tip.
Like, honestly, you really think this is good to talk about? You really think this is good?
Wait, you're looking at me and you're pointing at me.
Right.
And there's 2 other, in fact, 5 other people.
He
did
just
I
read
initiate?
you
Wait.
know he read a tweet.
Right, okay.
To bait you.
Oh,
He knew you
you
were dumb
baited me?
enough.
You
I was
baited
not
me?
baiting
You
you.
baited me.
I was
You
not- no.
You know what that makes you?
A baiter?
Okay.
Oh man,
Scumbag. I thought you said 3 times as much money for me.
I mean, he sat here
Yeah.
for months in the old morning show days negotiating to get out of the show with us so he could go to afternoons and get free a key. He didn't say a word to anybody. He's a secret assassin.
And a baiter.
Okay?
With a master's.
Yeah. Yes, this is true. I guess I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought what you were saying was, "Hey, Cap, we'll give you 3 times as much money to go to the mornings." And I was like saying,
Nobody's going to the mornings. How about that?
Oh, I thought okay. And then I thought, hey, you know what? You don't have to pay me 3 times as much because I'm not like Bill Belichick where I'm greedy and I need to have $10 million to go to North Carolina.
We did do. I mean, we did do that bit a long time ago that we'd go to mornings. I mean, we actually did the morning for a couple times.
I remember it when the whole pickleball thing was happening, and there was the whole why is Trudell in here? And this was before you must have signed your 3 times the value extension,
right? And we have done mornings.
Yeah, one day Chris was like, watch this. He goes, I've got Trudell coming in here today, not for any reason, just so that Kaplan knows that Trudell's in his spot. And as soon as we get done with you, Trudell's moving right back in. I mean,
but I think I said that on the air.
Yeah,
no, he did say it on the air.
He used you against me.
And then George used me against you from the pickleball perspective.
He did. You did. Everybody's using Trudell.
Yeah.
Boy, we're just going through you,
He's
man.
very snackable.
Is he snackable?
He's snackable.
Really?
Yeah.
We're just sharing him. We're just tossing
Nobody's
him around.
going to the morning show, so
Nobody.
stop the
That's
tweets.
it. No mornings.
No morning show.
No morning show. Gosh darn it. I thought I was getting paid 3 times as much.
And no, I'm not the person he would sit. I advise the people that sit in the room, as well as Greg.
I don't know if...
He doesn't sit across from me to negotiate.
No, Rich Paul speaks on my
And
behalf.
You want to know what his name of his agent is?
Sure.
Rick Diamond.
It's very radio.
Yeah, Joe Emerald is what we call him.
No, Rick Diamond.
Bill Sapphire.
Like, you don't know if he's about to copy a new contract or cast him in a porn from 1975. Hey, babe, it's Rick Diamond.
I've got somebody you have to see.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Is it what is it that's great about the name? Is it
Rick
a diamond? No, that's what I'm saying. But it's clear. Like Rick is just a whatever name. But is it just Diamond itself? The fact that it's a Like, why is that?
But
sound
the combination, like, hey, babe, it's Rick Diamond. What's
Yeah,
going on, baby?
and people in the industry actually know him as Dickie Diamond.
See,
you know what I
Dickie
mean?
Diamond.
So
I thought Richard was where you got the dick from.
I don't know where you got it from. I don't
Oh,
really
Debbie's waiting.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! What does Debbie have to say?
I love Debbie.
You do.
You know I love her.
Is she going to send more of those cookies where she tries to kill me?
She did not try to kill you. The
The
cookies
level
are
of
good.
hatred that she has for Cappy is amazing.
I know.
She writes, Cappy is the worst. I mean, she does not even like mince
Hey,
words.
come on, Debbie, kiss me a little bit here. Warm me up, baby. You know.
DeAndre's laugh is hilarious. She says, I think it should be Sedano and Trudell. Get rid of LeBron, Bronny, and Cappy.
Keep AD.
By the way, the amount of people, what is impressive about this place more than anything is the amount of people that tell us they hate us every day and yet listen to every moment. It's really fascinating.
Oh, man.
And Debbie is one of those. She hates you.
Hates me
tremendously.
God, she has
But she loves me, so she sticks around.
She
Oh,
is
she
like.
listens to Cappy. So when Cappy and you're not here, she'll still listen.
I am like.
She does hate listen.
No, she hate
her,
listens.
the bane of her existence.
She also just said you're a liar.
Well, that's true. Right.
She's got you there.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. Let's say that you work at like a cable company. Let's say you work at Spectrum.
Okay.
And you're the person that fields the calls.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of those calls are people calling in to be like, you know what, service has been great lately. Like, thanks so much. You're only calling or writing in if you're going to complain about something or hate on something. So you're probably over-indexing a little bit if you're just picking out the people that are coming after Cappy. There's plenty of happy Cappy fans that are just sitting
Happy Cappy.
at their houses.
Hashtag happy Cappy.
And they don't feel the need to tweet that. You know what I'm saying?
Debbie, though, she really, boy, she hates me. In fact, she hates me so much that
That's clear.
sometimes she'll send Laura cookies and say, give this one off to the side. Give this one to
that's
Cappy.
not true.
Like, these are all for you guys.
That's not true.
And this is the one that I hope
That is
kills
not-
him.
What do you
That's
think?
not true.
What do you think she hates the most about him? Like, what is the
I just
problem?
think his whole being.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. There's not like one thing.
Right.
Well, he's a liar. That's what she. You know?
Right.
Well, she definitely thinks you're a liar.
Right.
I mean, that has been her
Right.
consistent
That's where
message.
it started?
I mean, she's not wrong about that either, though. If we're
Wait,
being
what,
honest.
Cappy? What is this? I haven't learned it. You stretch the truth sometimes.
Sometimes I just make stuff up, you know?
Yeah.
And then
I mean, Pepe calls him all the time. He says, "You like Pinocchio?"
yeah, right. That's what he calls me. That's what he does.
Chris, is this true?
That people hate Cappy? Why
No,
do
that
people-
he's a liar.
liar.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Cappy,
What would Pepe do if you just walked up behind him and put up mistletoe, like held up mistletoe over him?
Kick him in the
Cappy-
shins.
you know what? You should hold the mistletoe up to Avner Gatt, who we forgot to mention earlier.
I
Here.
should hold up some mistletoe to Debbie, is what I should do.
Yeah.
I should put one on her.
Seems unwanted.
Yeah, it does, but yeah, maybe I could convince her. I'm a good kisser. Hey, let me tell you about Avner Gatt here for a quick second. I'm going to go completely off script, if you will, and I'm going to just tell you this about Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt would like to wish all of you guys a very happy holiday season, okay? But with that, Avner Gatt would also like me to pass on to you guys a little bit of advice, and here goes. If you're planning on traveling this holiday season, couple of things. Number one, make sure that your security system at your house, hopefully you have one, is operational, it's working right, the whole deal. Make sure that if you've got one of those Ring cameras in front of your house, make sure that thing is going well, okay? Also, if you've got expensive jewelry, it could be like any possession, golf clubs, expensive e-bikes, lock it up, man, so that before you leave, take care of all of your stuff. And then here's one other piece of advice from Avner Gatt. If you're going to go away for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it may be, turn the water off in your house. Why would you do that? You turn the water off so that your pipes don't have the water flowing and then possibly burst.
Your pipes are backed up?
Yeah, you don't want that, right? So hopefully you take Avner Gatt's advice, and if you need him, you call him. Because if you've got that flood, if you've got a fire, if you've got a robbery at your home, and you've got to deal with your homeowner's insurance company, you call Avner. Avner's going to get you the money that you deserve. 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. His website is avnergatt.com. You can learn all about what they do as public adjusters. You call, he answers, bring, hello!
We're still here, Cappy.
Oh, more of us?
Yeah, we still have more to do. We got to do our picks against the spread.
I didn't know we were.
George didn't know either. He came in here and thought we were breaking 2.
Well,
so
I mean,
okay.
we usually break around 27, so I mean, it wasn't like that was crazy. You know what I
It was
mean?
a while ago.
Were
Now
we
since
not-
we have the 30 minutes commercial
That's not
free.
true. I mean, in theory, we're supposed to break at 27, right? Are we not?
Right, but
For
we
the
usually
even
don't
during
for
the
this
commercial
one.
free.
No, not during the commercial because it's commercial free 30 minutes.
Okay.
Weren't we
That'd
at 30 minutes?
I mean, I thought so.
We were
but
only
okay.
at 28 minutes, huh?
No.
Well, then let's do picks against the spread.
We're going to do that next instead of dealer's choice.
Oh, okay.
What about big deal or no
I
deal?
mean, big deal or no deal. My bad. I misspoke there. on that
Oh
one.
my God! He thinks it's break time. I think it's break
Listen.
time. You think it's big deal or no deal?
Ever since we've
Dealer's
been
choice?
doing our 30 minutes commercial free.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like we tend to go over, but we're not really supposed to go over. But whatever. I mean,
Well, we need to make sure that we do 30 minutes. And usually
I thought we did.
We start right at the top of the hour around 00 to 05, depending on the day. You know.
I thought we came back pretty early today.
I mean,
Oh,
DeAndre,
no,
what do you think about all this? Do you have an opinion here?
I would just like a usage rate update, but maybe after.
Oh, yeah, where are we on
Well,
time of possession?
here.
Yeah.
Time of possession. Let's find out what's going on here. If I had to make a prediction,
Reese,
by the
go
way,
ahead.
if I had to make a prediction,
You're way over
at
now.
this point now,
You're like
George
20
is,
minutes
George
over.
has overtaken me by now.
No
In
chance.
time of possession. That's my prediction.
Yeah, no chance.
Let's find out.
All right, Cappy, you are about 40 minutes.
Okay, and that must mean George is about, what, 42, 43?
24.
Reese, what about me, Reese?
I don't think they've been keeping track of you, Drew. Have you, Reese?
I did not today.
Oh, okay.
Because I did not know you were going to be in.
42 to 24?
I mean, you I don't know why you
This is
were all that
ridiculous.
surprised.
This is ridiculous.
I mean,
I say we switch chairs next week.
What, do you
And
think it's the chair?
Yeah, it's the chair.
Okay.
I think it's the chair.
All right.
Well, it's also there's a let me tell you this. Just that phrase takes up at least 12 of those minutes. I think.
Which phrase?
Exactly.
When you say "Let me tell you this,"
Thank you, Reese, for the drop in. I like
Thank you, Reese.
He's like,
Wow.
exactly. Yeah.
Reese just the MVP
How
of the
about when
show
I
today.
say, let me ask you this?
Any iteration.
How about when
Any
I say,
iteration.
How about when I say, so tell me?
Exactly. All of these words that you put together while kind of getting to the point.
Yeah.
So that you're commanding our attention and building up the anticipation of what you might say. The professional broadcasting bit where instead of saying you say that's up. That is where a lot of the usage comes.
Yeah, you
Will
think
the
so?
30 minutes nonstop, will that go to mornings when we go to mornings too?
Well, it depends
Wow,
on the salary.
I feel like, yeah. I mean, it depends on if they triple the salary or not, you know?
All right, why don't you tell us about Amazon then? And now I'm going to go out and get water.
You are you? All right, let me tell you about Amazon Pickup. Hey, look, guys.
Let me tell you, see?
See, there you go. Amazon Pickup. Amazon Pickup is a very important feature from Amazon that I believe all of us should be taking advantage of. Amazon Pickup allows you to send your orders to a secure pickup location that you choose. So rather than the packages being delivered to your house or your apartment, they can go directly to a secure pickup location like an Amazon locker or a counter. And you can then pick up your packages on your own time. So when your package arrives, you get that delivery confirmation email. It says, hey, your package is ready. There's instructions on how to pick it up. It's great for when you're going to be out and about. Now, as we go into the holiday season, and today is December 11th, we are well into the holiday season, we all know that our schedules are going to change. We're going to get busier. We're going to be going to work. We're going to be trying to finish up the year. We're going to be going to holiday parties. We're going to be going to all kinds of different things. Amazon Pickup is a great option for when you're not planning on being home when your packages are scheduled to be delivered. It's a secure and convenient delivery solution to pick up your Amazon packages at no additional cost. Go to AmazonPickup.com. Let me rephrase that. Amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
Something happened when I ate that turkey.
I thought you woke up the next morning and went,
No.
something like that. Like, I don't know.
Don't you ever do that again.
I'm good at bird sounds, by the way.
Warn me. It's not the sound. It's the look on your face when you do it. Oh, God.
I see. I even got like a little gobbler thing going on here. It's Trav and D-Bar.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal.
Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey everybody, it's Cappy here. Hey, if you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing right now. So before you call an agent, let's get you to call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer, and you can close in days. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list for sale can be expensive and very complicated, and you may not want people walking through your house all day long. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process so easy so that sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with all your moving expenses. So get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or you can go to sellersadvantage.com. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
You're busy enough this season without having to get up on a ladder to clean out your gutters. Whether you're tired of unclogging gutters or don't even know what your gutters look like, it's time for a permanent solution you can depend on with LeafFilter. For the holidays, don't miss your last chance to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters during LeafFilter's most anticipated sale of the year at leaffilter.com/amber. Clogged gutters aren't just a nuisance. They can cause extensive problems like flooding, roof damage, rotting siding, foundation issues, and more. LeafFilter uses award-winning patented technology to keep out everything but water. Call today to schedule your free gutter inspection and get a no-obligation free estimate. And don't miss out on your last chance of the year to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters with LeafFilter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Schedule your free inspection at leaffilter.com/amber. That's their lowest price of the year, up to 35% off at leaffilter.com/amber. See representative for warranty details.
What'd you find out, Cappy?
The grapevine. Do you remember the California Raisins commercial?
Yes, I thought for the longest time that they sang this song.
The Raisins
I mean,
themselves?
they did.
Yeah, yeah.
But also before them.
They're kind of scary, but also very entertaining.
They were a very popular commercial, California Raisins.
They had a show.
They do?
They did?
Yeah, I
didn't
watched
remember
it
that.
for sure.
George, I like the dance moves. I like the Motown side-to-side thing that you got going on. It's good.
Thank you, Cappy. All right, are we going to do picks against the
band, I think.
spread here? What?
A good
You,
middle-aged man band.
Cappy, you ever listen to CCR back in the day?
Creedence Clearwater Revival? Yeah,
Wasn't there, didn't they do a version of Heard It
John
Through the Grapevine?
Fogerty?
Yeah. I thought they did a Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Don't know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
CCR?
Yeah, yeah.
Love
Different-
CCR.
Yeah, me too.
DeAndre's never heard of the California Raisins.
Oh, really? You ever heard of Creedence Clearwater Revival?
Nope.
What?
You probably heard a couple basically if you watch have you seen Forrest Gump?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so there's a good amount of like Fortunate Son is one of the main songs. You probably heard that one a bunch. It's like you recognize it when you heard it. I
Okay,
think.
all right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's good stuff.
All right.
Cappy and Sedano, what would you guys have talked about if I weren't here today?
Who
Anything
the hell
between
knows,
each other?
to be honest with you. We could have gone in like 70,000. I mean, the problem is with this is that we'll have a rundown. And
Right. We never follow.
rarely do we actually stick to it. We
Right.
usually end up leaving like 3 things on the table that we wanted to talk about. So who
Topics
knows?
on the table.
Well, I mean, I've been excited about the NBA Cup, as you guys both well know.
Well, we're going to do picks against the spread here.
But I'm interrupting Lindsay.
Yeah.
And so I'll just shut up.
Get
So
those
thanks
in.
for being here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave early. And see you next time.
The
I mean, you
NBA
can stick
Cup,
around
come
and make your
on.
own picks if you'd like. All right, go ahead. Play the music. All right, so here we go, Cappy. Rams at Niners. Niners 3-point favorite at home. 3-point favorites at home. ESPN FPI, Football Power Index, has the Niners, right? 61% is what I believe you had in your notes there, Lindsay?
Sure.
Sure.
Well, sure, whatever you say.
I'm looking at the spreadsheet for the scores.
61%.
What is the score?
Well, right now, we've got George Sedano with 128. DeAndre is getting close.
Getting closer. Yeah, 'cause I had a couple bad weeks in a row. He had what?
115.
That's right.
And I've got 101, and then Cappy has 76.
76, Cappy.
That's only because I take the.
And by the way, didn't Marcus hook him up like
no,
one week?
No.
Marcus was
did.
bad?
He had one right.
Oh, wow.
The whole time.
But here's the thing: like last week, you guys all had the Chargers as your 5.
No, you took the Rams. You were the only one that took the
right,
Rams.
but I think I had them as my 1.
No.
And you guys had the Chargers as your 5, and I had the Chiefs as my 5.
Yeah.
So that's really why I've gotten destroyed this year, is because I've gone against the Chargers every week, and I've paid the price.
Yeah, you have. All right, you ready?
Do it.
Niners, Rams. Niners 3-point favorites at home.
For me, I'm going to make this my homer pick of the week.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Niners to cover. I'm going to take the Rams to cover the 3. I actually think the Rams are going to win the game. And if I don't really believe it, I'm saying it because I'm playing the homer here. I'll take the Rams. I'll make it my 3 in my confidence meter.
I just think the Rams have been so inconsistent all year. I'm taking the Niners in this one. As crazy as that sounds,
Doesn't sound crazy.
I'm going to take the Niners in this one.
And
I'm going to make it my 3.
Okay, I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. We're going to negate each other.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the spread again?
It is the Niners -3.
I got Rams.
And by the way, we pick 5 games against the spread. We assign a confidence vote to it. The game we're most confident in is a 5. The game we're least confident in is a 1, and so on and so forth in between. Go ahead, Linz.
I've got the Rams, and that's my 4.
DeAndre.
Rams, and that's my 2.
Ooh, so I'm the only Niners person. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bills, Lions. Lions 2.5-point favorites at home. Cappy, your Lions.
I'm going to try and actually score a win here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for the Lions to win, but I don't think the Bills will lose 2 in a row. And with the Lions' defense as beat up as it is, the Lions have won 11 straight games. They're bound to lose 1 at some point. I'm going to take the Bills to cover, but I don't feel real confident about it. I'm going to take that and make it my 1.
All right, Linz, go ahead.
I'm going to go
Hey, that's a hell of a job, man.
Lions, 2.
DeAndre.
Bills 1.
I'm going to take the Bills as well. And that's going to be my 1, yeah. All right, Bucks, Chargers. Chargers 3-point favorites at home against Baker Mayfield. Coming back to SoFi, Cappy.
Well, I've been consistent all year long. I've never taken the Chargers. I never will take the Chargers because I always root against the Chargers. So
Right.
with that, I will take the Buccaneers. I don't feel real comfortable about it. I expect that the Chargers will win the game. I'll take the Bucks. I'll make it my 2.
Chargers 4 for me. DeAndre.
Chargers 3 for me.
Linz.
Chargers, 5.
Ooh. Cappy, this is where that's usually the one that does you in right there.
Pretty much kills
that's
me
the
every
one
week.
that usually
Pretty
kills
much
you.
kills me. This week, though,
Because the 3 of
let's
us
go,
usually
Baker.
go pretty hard on the Chargers. Everyone started realizing to go hard on the Chargers after I was doing it for the bit at first, and then it worked out.
Yeah.
So everybody's jumped on except you because of the bit.
Well, that's
Fight on me, man.
That's why you guys are all in the 100 range and I'm in the 70 range.
Yes.
Because you guys take the Chargers and that's your 5, and I take whoever's playing the Chargers and that's my 5. That's why I'm getting my ass handed
Well,
to
I'm
me.
taking my 5 here. Falcons -4 at the Raiders. Falcons 5. Cappy.
Raiders 4.
Ooh. Okie dokie.
Wow.
DeAndre.
Interesting call, Cappy.
Kirk Cousins.
I'm going to go Raiders.
Terrible.
That's my 5.
He is terrible.
And if he stinks, what's going to happen is Michael Penix is going to come in, and then he's going to blow out the Raiders, and Raider fans are going to be like, we should have drafted Michael Penix.
Big penis energy.
Exactly. Go ahead, Linz.
I'm going to go Raiders, and that's my 3.
Packers, 3-point favorites on the road, Cappy, against the Seahawks, who you have not bought into at all this season.
Well, I'm going to buy into them this week.
Oh, okay.
And here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I only have 1 left, and that is my 5.
Right.
I'm going to take the Seahawks at home to cover the 3. They're home dogs. I'll take the Seahawks. That is my 5. I know most people think I'm out of my mind. Packers are a top, 5 team. Seahawks are probably like a top 12-ish kind of team. But they're home. They're playing good ball. I'm taking them.
I'm going to take Seahawks. That's my 2. That's all that's left. So there you go. Go ahead, Linz.
Seahawks won. Wait, no. Lied. Packers won.
Oh, okay.
Lies.
Packers 4.
Ooh. DeAndre
That's
making
all I
his
got
move.
left. But, I believe the Packers will win this game.
Yeah, he's making his move. Mike Trudell, you want in on this one?
Well, he hates the Packers.
I do.
You hate the Chargers.
I do hate the Packers, but I can separate heart from head.
But remember, it's about the spread. It's not who's winning the game.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm saying, but Cappy, it's not about the spread. Cappy's just go no matter what the spread is.
Oh no, he's
not
taking
taking
against the Chargers.
That's my
right.
point.
That's whoever's playing the Chargers is my favorite team.
Because of the spread, I will go with the Packers in this one, regretfully.
See, the thing is that I also want to root in a certain way, so I don't want to root against my bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think that's the best way to bet.
No, well, it's not. And I'm, as you and I have talked about in the past.
Yeah.
This level of competition doesn't really excite me. You know what I'm saying? Like George will text me on Sunday night and go, "I got 25 points, you loser. You had 0." And I'm like, I don't even know what I picked.
If
15.
you had real action in it, then you would think a little more with
Correct.
the head than the heart.
By
Fair.
the way,
Fair.
just to make a clarification for my own purposes and for anyone else who may have caught this, Cap, you mentioned how you picked the Chiefs last week, and that's why you had any points, but that's not true because the spread was Chiefs -4.
Right.
So then you would not have gotten that, right?
Right. No, I didn't get.
No,
it.
that's what he said.
Oh,
He
I thought you were
lost because
saying
he
that
took
you
the
did
Chargers.
get it, and I was like, I hope
the
I didn't.
Chargers covered.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So that's why I was like, I thought I scored it, right? So yeah,
Which
I
is
did.
why I was so pissed at the end of the game
Yep,
because it was a 16-14 game. The Chargers kicked a field goal, making it 17-16.
You wanted them to score a touchdown so you could win.
Right. The Chiefs had the ball for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. But at 4 minutes and 34 seconds, the clock was stopped and they kicked the game-winning field goal. I was like, Andy Reid, Bundle Ruski, go for the score. Go for the touchdown, baby. Bundle Ruski.
He did it because he knows you hate him.
Right.
Yeah.
He knows it.
This is actually a tough because I do the one league right where it's just straight up. This is a tough straight up week because many of the road teams are better than the home teams, but it's difficult to go against a home team. You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
road is hard.
Yeah, so this is a tricky NFL week.
Yeah,
I'll lay down and bleed a while, and we'll rise and fight again.
Yeah,
they'll rise and fight again, Cappy.
I know they will.
After they're done bleeding.
That's right.
Tell us about your friends at Amazon.
I'm
sorry, Subaru.
Yeah,
Subaru.
I want to tell everybody about Subaru. It's the Share the Love event, which is happening right now. So now, between today and it's January 2nd, if you buy or lease a brand new Subaru, $250 will be donated to a national organization like ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, or National Park Foundation. On the other hand, at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, if you buy or lease a new Subaru and you would prefer that we make the donation on your behalf to a local organization, this year our organization is the Women's Club of Fullerton, and we're going to make this a very meaningful Share the Love event. I want to say a big shout out to my man Omar, who is the general manager of Ocean Subaru in Fullerton. Omar is a 22-year U.S. Army veteran. When he got out of the Army, he didn't know what he was going to do. He got into auto sales, and then he became infatuated with the notion of selling cars and getting people into the right vehicles that they're going to be safe in and that they're going to love. Subaru is the safest vehicle on the road. That's not my opinion. There's quantitative statistics to explain all of that. So Omar wants to get you into the right vehicle for you and your family. I'm in the Crosstrek right now. It's spacious and sporty. It's got all the entertainment and all the bells and whistles you would expect. I love the all-wheel drive, and I love the safety. Ocean Subaru is conveniently located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. And here's their website, oceansubaruoc.com. oceansubaruoc.com. Let's make it a great Share the Love event. Let's keep raising all that money. Let's keep on making those donations. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, they make you smile at every mile.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
It's T-Raj and D-Far.
You know what I need for you, DeMarco?
What's that? Travis, you were right.
You are right. You are definitely right. But, I mean, sometimes you got to talk to people.
I guess.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
on 710.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no obligation as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
'Tis the season to tap in and follow the Purple and Gold on Instagram for access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content all season long. Follow the Lakers on Instagram and get exclusive insider access to highlights with angles straight from the floor. On Lakers Instagram, find out what happens behind the scenes through Instagram stories. Stay locked in throughout the season. Don't miss any of the action and follow the Lakers on Instagram now. Let's go, Lake Show.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at miraudiovideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your guests like spicy first before serving Atomic Hot Wings.
Who's hungry? Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Water.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text STREAK to 321-321. That's STREAK to 321-321.
Final segment of the show. Thanks, Trudell, for hanging out.
You're welcome.
Well, great job, Reese. By the way, we'll get an update on the time of possession here in a moment. And the whole crew in the back. Lindsay, DeAndre, Christopher for just kind of waltzing in from time to time. He's a good waltzer, that Christopher.
Seems like more when, like if you say something that could tweak him in some way.
Well, that's usually the way it works.
That's the way it works? Okay.
Before I get to Reese and the time of possession, which is going to be fairly lopsided in Cappy's corner.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point. It's a landslide.
I would
Cappy,
say that.
Cappy,
I would say
protest
George
this
won.
just protest and don't talk this whole second, and then see if it.
Yeah, but he's got to do dealer's choice. That's his deal.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today.
By the way, if you're a motorcyclist, you love the freedom of beating traffic, splitting lanes, making the rest of us jealous that you'll be home faster than the rest of us. There's, of course, a huge risk when riding a motorcycle. Yep, all it takes is one person to be distracted and not see you. The other day, I was there was a motorcycle behind me. It was a cop. I was like, "Whew, thank God I was not speeding." I was stuck in traffic. But nonetheless, a motorcycle accident, usually more serious than a regular accident. You get into any kind of accident, but specifically a motorcycle accident, you got to call Jacob right away at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Our guy Jacob, more than 25 years experience helping motorcyclists, helping everyone getting back on the road. He knows your rights, get you back the medical care that you need, and get your bike fixed, and all of that without waiting, which is, let's face it, that's a big part of this, unfortunately, is you have to wait. So if you're a friend or a loved one have been injured in a motorcycle accident or any accident for that matter, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. They'll get you back on your bike as quick as possible so you can be the king of the road again, man. And when you call an attorney, you want one who's respected, so call Jacob because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I gotta say, I'm too scared to get on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm a chicken bleep.
Yeah, I
wouldn't even get on a moped.
I've never owned a motorcycle, but I've ridden them and thought, oh, okay, well, it's no big deal. I'm just going to go ride this motorcycle on the street for a little while. I did have one time. What do they call those things? They're like the 2 wheels in the front and the 1 wheel in the back.
ATV?
No.
Segway?
No, not a Segway. It's a motorcycle.
Oh,
but it's
two-wheeler.
But the thing is that it doesn't qualify as a motorcycle because a motorcycle would have 2 wheels in the back and 1 wheel in the front. But this was the 2 wheels in the front and the 1 wheel, and the brand is like a famous snowmobile brand. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Ski-Doo?
No. Ski-Doo is a good guess.
Polaris?
Slingshot.
No, that's not right either.
Slingshot?
Nah, it doesn't sound right. Somebody will know.
We get the idea, though.
So I had one of those for a little while, not because I went and bought one. They gave it to me. I mean, I did radio spots for them, and I was like, Can-Am, I think it was called.
Oh, wow.
A Can-Am. 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back. And I rode that thing.
It's called the trike.
Dude, I don't know, man. I rode that thing on the freeway at like 80 miles an hour.
Oh, a Spider.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The Spider is the brand.
Oh, Can-Am is the brand and Spider's the vehicle, maybe?
Yeah.
How did you feel about it when you were on it?
It was exhilarating.
Was this a hair bun stage?
No bun. No
Okay.
bun. Because I couldn't get the helmet over the bun. But I will say this. I ride an e-bike on the road at about 30 miles an hour, and I'm like, what am I doing? Because I've even given up my road bike. I mean, and that to me.
Look, man, I live across the street from a high school, and there are thousands of e-bikes.
Oh, I know.
Zipping around at all times, and I am just constantly paranoid.
Yeah, me too.
That I'm going to clip somebody.
Yep.
In an e-bike, and I'm at the stage too where I live in a hilly part of town. So does George in a different way. The hills are bigger where he lives, but they're big enough where a lot of people feel like you have to have the e-bike. I refuse to buy one. I want the quad workout. Okay, so I refuse to buy an e-bike, and I will not buy one for my kids. I say you play soccer, you play baseball and basketball.
Those quads, bro.
Get the leg workouts. If it's a hill, big whoop, get up it, even if you're a little sweaty before you get to school.
Is this your dealer's choice?
Well, here's my dealer's choice. Let me get to my dealer's choice. Dealer's choice today. It's brought to us by Seller's Advantage. If you want to sell your house before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Quickly, I'll do this one for you, George, because the time of possession thing is bothering me. Update. Remember, I told you that on Monday night, this was my dealer's choice. I was going to a Walmart nearby the border of California and Mexico, Chula Vista, for my boy Fat Tony.
Yeah.
And his event. For 4 years, we've taken 100 kids that come from underserved homes. Okay, and these are because school resource officers have identified these kids and so on, and these families. We take 100 kids, we raise $10,000, and we literally hand 100 children $100 gift cards inside of a Walmart.
That's awesome.
They come in, they sit down, we got pizza for them, Capri Suns, waters, the whole deal.
There you go.
And then we give each kid a $100 gift card. Right?
Do you put the straws in the Capri Suns for them?
I don't, because
okay.
I always
That's tough.
I blast the straw through the Capri Sun, and then it leaks out the other side.
You almost have to hire somebody that's good at that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
This year, though, we brought in 228 kids.
Awesome.
$23,000 raised
you,
to
Santa
help
Cappy.
those kids. You know what I mean? And I know I did an Instagram live video on it the other night. When I got here this morning, Alex, our security man downstairs, was like, man, I saw that video. That was so cool. So anybody who saw it, that was great. A lot of people saw me doing an Instagram live and actually made donations that night, which meant that we could get more kids in. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's the holidays. if things are going poorly for you, ask for a little help. If things are going great for you, give a little help. You know, because I've been on both ends of it.
Give
man.
a little love.
Right. I've been on both ends where 5 years ago I needed the help.
Yeah.
And 5 years later I want to give the help. So shout out to my boy Fat Tony and shout out to everybody who contributed. Very cool.
Shout out Fat Tony.
That's
and
right.
great job, Cappy.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Reese, before we go, what's the TOP?
Come on, Reese.
Time of
Tell
possession.
them the truth, Reese. Stop screwing around.
Who had the rock?
All right, so Cappy is at 48 minutes.
That must mean Sedano's at 49.
That's like Russell Westbrook usage in 2016.
And Sedano is at 29:30.
Oh, give me a freaking break, Reese.
So yesterday, you had 20 more minutes than me, and today you still have 20 more minutes than me, and there was no cap 10.
Yeah, so this is the ball where, like, that's basically Westbrook versus Klay Thompson in terms of who's got the ball more.
Hey, Reese, no offense, pal, but I honestly think that you're doing a poor job. I think that
Reese.
I think that you have miscalculated.
We got to go. We're awesome. You're awesome, Reese.
Parker,
We're
what
awesome,
the
too.
hell,
Thanks
man?
to the circle. Great job, everybody. Rams
Club,
Rams All Access is going to come up next with JB Long and the crew.
Oh,
we'll talk to you on Monday. See you.
Have you heard or seen ads for settling your credit card debt over a period of 3 or 4
I'm
years?
Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons, and we want to buy your house.
If you're considering selling your home for any reason, let Seller's Advantage show you a better way to sell your home.
With no agent fees, no commissions, no hassles, and no repairs.
Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days. We don't just promise more, we deliver a much better customer experience.
Check out our Google reviews and see how.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com for free, no obligation cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers